Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome into the Danville Dashers broadcast network here. We're live for Game 2 of the weekend homestand here. The Danville Dashers playing the home guest are the Battle Creek Rumblebees this weekend. A good crowd here already tonight on Serve Pro poster night. Diane, our general manager's birthday. And just a lot of things going on. Honestly, if I named them all, we'd be here longer than it would take me to name the starting lineup. And seeing as they're about to come out, I feel like that's who we should announce. So coming up, this game, Nate Williamson here with you, and Dennis Michelson to my left here. We'll be calling the game tonight for you for your evening entertainment, whether you're a Danville fan, Battle Creek fan, or anything in between or on the outside of. Welcome in here to the David S. Palmer Arena. A couple changes, but nothing we didn't really expect here tonight, as we saw Mike DePerio take the goalie spot for tonight. Harley White for Danville. A little bit of a change-up after two goaltenders that played a hard game last night.
A lot of shots on goal, a lot of tough stops made by both guys, so not surprising at all to see both coaches go to the backups tonight to get some fresh legs in between the pipes.
Yeah, and it's understandable after last night. Just kind of a beating there. A couple of guys that were in there, and what a game last night from the Battle Creek goaltender. And last night that was Trevor Bannon. And what a game last night, to say the least.
Crazy second period. It was kind of a, very lackluster start to the game last night. But boy, action sure picked up in the second period. And I have a feeling we're going to see the action hard and heavy right from the opening face-off tonight.
Yeah, I would imagine so. That was Trevor Babin in last night, who stopped over 50 shots. An insane night, to say the least. Battle Creek will be looking to protect their normal goaltender here a little bit better in Mike DePerio. It'll be interesting to watch coming down the line here. A little bit of tired legs in the last period last night. It was a little bit sloppy coming down the home stretch.
A lot of back and forth action through the first two periods, and I think it did take its toll on these guys. It was also a real warm night outside, so it was kind of humid here indoors in the arena. A little more typical weather for January outside, so I think it's a little more comfortable for the guys down on the ice tonight.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Well, we're getting our starting lineups here tonight. We're looking at them courtesy of Danville Township, and in goal tonight for the Dashers, Harley White, who has been, suffice to say, starter caliber for the FPHL this year, and serving as the backup primarily to Jesse Gordichuk here. And how important is it down the stretch to have two goalies that can play their lights out on a given night?
Yeah, both goalies were recruited by Coach Ray Tremblay. He was very familiar with Jesse Gordichuk and his work. He was pretty much from darn near the same hometown as Ray, so he's very familiar with him. And Harley beat out some very talented goaltenders at the tryouts for that second slot, and it wasn't a sure bet who that second goaltender would be. And Coach Ray said that's a nice little luxury to have two netminders he can count on any given night.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Well, looking at the lineup for Danville tonight, in goal, like we said, Harley White. Tyler Quintos going to get the start at left wing. Had a good night last night as well. Levi Armstrong, the hometown wonder kid, getting the start at right wing. Patrick Zalak at the center position was a healthy scratch last night. Now joins the team in exchange for Nigel Slade. We're going to take a pause here. I'll tell you the rest of the lineup after our national anthem tonight. And that is a local show choir, the Northridge Redcoats, performing that. The Northridge Middle School Redcoats there with your national anthem. And we're about ready for hockey here at the David S. Palmer Arena. We were telling you, White in goal for Danville, Quintos at the left wing, Armstrong at the right, Zalak at center, Murray at left defense, and Seth Ensor at right defense. On the other side of the ice, Mike DePerio in goal, Stavros Soilis in at left wing, Marco Luciani in at right wing, Adam Howie in at center. Second leading point scorer for this team, left defenseman Ethan Bush Anderson gets a start again tonight, and Mark Steele wearing the number 24 on the right defensive side of things. Now, a couple of changes. What's the mindset of both of these teams coming out here after last night's game into the weekend finale? A big crowd, as we were just noting, and you kind of want to come out here and give them something to cheer about, don't you?
Absolutely, and I gotta believe that after that first period last night, where again the Battle Creek Rumblebees were able to hang with the hometown Danville Dashers, I think they got a little bit of confidence. But, you know, of course, the Dashers really showed that they were the better team in that second period. Third period, they played even though again. So, you know, you had 2 out of the 3 periods last night where Battle Creek played Danville even. That has to give a team like Battle Creek with so many new players on their roster the confidence that they need to put on a good show tonight.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that as we see Zalak winning the faceoff. It's turned over just so slightly, however. Danville now coming through Zalak down the right wing. Brings it around the back of the goal here as he's working his way through. Tries to get that one to Troy Murray. It's going to be turned over to Battle Creek and slung down the ice. It's going to go all the way to Harley White until it's picked up by Ensor, actually, as he lets that one go. Probably a safe play there. Looking for a spot to pass to on the left wing. Finds Tyler Quintos, who pushes it back to the right wing. Armstrong fires a shot in. That comes behind the net all the way back around to Ensor. Ensor pushes that one, gets past Zalak, goes to Armstrong, who tries to play it to Zalak. A little strong on that one, and it's taken away by Battle Creek coming down the left wing here on the other side of it there. And a save, the first save of the night from Harley White. Not a difficult one, I would say, by any means. The puck is slung back down the ice into the Battle Creek zone as Danville gets a line change. Battle Creek gets a forward line change. Maxime Noskov comes back out onto the ice. Had a nice night last night as well. That one played by White all the way to Danville's second leading point getter in Jesse Nair. Nair back to the bearded Ben Bukal, over to his defensive partner Alex Palmerville. A normal starting lineup here. If he's fast, Atkins can have a break here. Instead, it's played nicely by DePerio. Oh, an opportunity here. It's just played a little tough there by the Dasher side of things. Coming the other way with it. Battle Creek stopped up by Palmerville. Trying to play this one down the ice. He does. Ends up finding Nair, who gets it over to Atkins. Atkins with some space. Picks out a pass in front of net. It's blocked up there by Jason Stone. No second chance on that one.
Fred missed the net on his rebound, and he had that look like, oh, I let one go there.
Yeah, he definitely did. A big hit laid there by Fred Hine on Champlain. Looks like he's going to get called for a penalty.
Wow.
Looked like a high hit.
Yeah, probably a boarding penalty on that, I would guess. Hit him hard and got his money's worth on that penalty, though, I will say that.
He certainly did. We might actually get this one as a cross check. We'll see what the official call was. Looking at it again, it kind of looked like a cross check. Then again, at that point, it's kind of interchangeable, both 2-minute minors. So
yeah, he's going to get 2 minutes in the old sin bin for that very rough ride along the boards right in front of the Battle Creek bench.
Maybe just making sure ServPro gets their sponsorship money worth tonight on poster night, as we are on the ServPro penalty kill.
Huge crowd here tonight, Nate. This is our best crowd of the night, of the year.
A little bit more accustomed to what we saw, a little bit higher than average, I would say, at the beginning of last year before things kind of took a turn for the worst. And if Danville can put on a good show, they might just see some of those crowds start to come back around here as the holiday seasons have worn out, and we're now into the middle-ish part of January, as strange as that seems. And boy, would they love to play in front of a loud, rowdy Danville crowd. There's nothing like it, let me tell you. It's entirely unique, to put it that way. 17:27 left to go here in the first period with 1:13 left to go on the Danville ServPro penalty kill. Battle Creek works it around to Steele. Steele tries to find number 61, Ryan Alvis there. Instead, it comes back around the net. It's going to get to Brad Denny, who tries to sling it down the ice. Touched up nicely by John Champlain, who drew the foul. Alvis on it now, drifting back, almost brings it across his own offensive blue line. Instead, elects to dump it down. Another big hit there behind the action. As this one's being fought for along the boards, that was Logan Hawgood that delivered that second hit. Shot from Crystal on the point is bounced off the blocker into the glove of Harley White as he continues to get his feet up under him. 38 seconds left to go on the Serve Pro penalty kill, 16:49 in the first.
You know, this is 80s night here at the Palmer Arena. Maybe he got penalized for rickrolling the Battle Creek player.
We played that song on a radio station, and I made a joke about that, but I don't think anyone understood it. Not the right target audience for the meme jokes, I suppose.
Nope. Got to be a kid of the 80s to really get that one.
Well, fought for in front of net 90s. Here. Having a hack at it there was Mark Steele. If he had gotten that through, it would have been a nice shot on goal. Instead, batted down the ice as this one's going to go down to 10 seconds left on the penalty kill from Serve Pro. Adam Howie throws this one into the middle. Luciani passes it off as well. Coming the other way with it is Soilis. Tied up behind the net is Soilis. A dangerous shot there.
Net's off the moorings.
Went through the blue zone, and the net came off. You're right.
Battle Creek player got tied up with the Danville defense, ended up against the net and knocking it off its moorings. And one thing I can guarantee you, Nate, with it being 80s night, there's going to be a lot of bad cliches tonight.
Oh, no. That's a dangerous thing. This is a dangerous combination. I don't know why Diane okayed this. I did not live through the 80s, therefore I cannot comment on the 80s, but when you compare them to the glory of the 90s and the 70s, it's tough sledding.
Oh!
Hey, I almost could have caught that one if it came up here just a little bit further.
That one was, that looked like it was going to have a shot at making it up to our broadcasting booth here.
Probably just karma for me trashing on the 80s. It was going to come up here and hit me in the head. Instead, a nice young fan gets a souvenir down there. Seems more interested in the popcorn, though, something I can definitely relate to. That one's going to be a delayed offside as that puck was tangled up out of the face-off. Jacob Wolf ended up with it, but not able to do a whole lot with it as it's called right back, and we're going to do it again, right in the same spot. Ben Bukal plays this one out. We're back to even strength here. Serve Pro penalty kill has been killed, and the Dashers are 1 for 1. And Battle Creek having some good moments of possession here so far. Some
getting
nice
sloppy with the
play.
puck again.
And that one was dangerous, almost redirected in there. The pass almost came in as it was looked to be touched up by Wolf, but instead lands in the glove of Harley White.
Every once in a while, the Danville defense, it's like they assume they're going to be able to clear the puck easy, and they pass that puck right in front of their own net and get a little careless with the puck. I don't think Coach Ray wants to see that. I think he'll want to see them using the boards to get the puck out.
No, you definitely would think they would rather either use the boards or connect a pass, especially against a team in Battle Creek that has struggled at defensively recently. Except for when they got that win the other night. I'm worth mentioning that. I want to mention that as many times as I can. A nice shot there from Noskov. Maxim Noskov fires a wrister into the glove of Harley White.
That was a sneaky little shot, too. I don't think Harley was expecting him to come up firing like that. But Harley with that good glove save again.
This one won by Battle Creek, but nobody stepped up to get it as Crystal and Thomas were both going backwards. This one's going to get all the way into Mike DePerio, as coming on it fast was Jesse Nair. Worth mentioning, lead scorers for this Battle Creek team. Alvis with 14, Ethan Bush Anderson with 9, Adam Howie 7, Maxime Noskov 7, former Dasher Marco Luciani with 6 to his credit here in just 20 games. So solid record. They've got some guys who can really play on that offensive end. And if they get a good production here from their goalie, watch out, because they could threaten you. We saw that a couple nights ago in Elmira.
They're a feisty team. They don't, they didn't give up last night when they got down. They played tough.
It looks like we're going to see a hard-fought battle tonight. That's exactly what we want. Brad Denny on this one, pushes it up the right-hand side here through Mitch Atkins. Nair and Hawgood on his left. Tries to find Nair, comes back to Fred Hine. That one bounces off a skate. It's Fred Hine unable to control it in the long run. Now coming to the right wing is Battle Creek. This one into White. He's going to struggle to pick that one up a little bit. Ends up getting it to Jesse Nair, who's going to head down the left. Now in the middle to Atkins. Fred Hine tips his toe. He comes back for it. This one won by Battle Creek. Coming the other way with it, number 16, Jake Mortley. Mortley with a little bit of space, picks out a pass. It's intercepted there by Fred Hine, coming back on the defensive effort. Gonna skate with it down the left was Mitch Atkins. He loses it up a little bit.
Oh, look out.
It looks like he's gonna have another chance through Mortley. A nice stick check there from Alex Palmerville. Sees that danger go away.
Good hustle by Palms to get back in that play after being beat.
Mortley with a fake shot, turning into a pass coming along the boards here on the left side. A nice hit laid there by McNary, as couldn't do anything with it, did Tyler Quintos. Danville going to have to push to get back on side with this one. Going to be tough, as Noskov was threatening. He takes a bite off the ice and comes back down on the right side. Danville. This one played all the way around the boards. First one, two, it's going to get it. Who is it? Nick Gullo gets to it, takes a big hit. He's down on the ice, pops right back up. It's a jack in the box right there, let me tell you.
Big snapshot there by Gullo, but it got blocked.
Quintos plays one backwards. A beautiful pass to Ben Buccal, who tries to throw it down to the left of DePerio. DePerio slides the blocker over, and Danville back on it again. Zalak on it. A shot that goes wide right and ends up bouncing back into the net. They're going to try and get this one out. It might be frozen. It's not. It comes back out here. And coming the other way is Battle Creek. They're playing through Maxime Noskov on the right side. The forward swings back around onto the defense, and both teams get a big old line change as we come back down a little bit further on the other side of the rink. On and now Bush Anderson coming up the left side. Soilis tries to do something with it. A nice check there gets him the puck back in front, and that's a goal. Battle Creek takes the early lead here with 12:41 left to go in the period. Didn't quite see who was on it there, but that was a very nice setup play from behind the back of the net.
That puck was on edge and kind of hopping, and instead of settling it down, the Battle Creek player took a quick little shot and was able to beat Harley.
That's a good look. Bouncing puck, sliding puck, rolling puck, back of the net, still a goal.
That was a good play by Battle Creek.
The Fred Hine minor earlier, by the way, officially came in as a roughing penalty.
So it wasn't Rick rolling. Doggone it.
I was thinking it might have been. Browsing back on this one. He's going to have a chance from the left side. It's blocked up in double coverage.
Also have the advantage of having all the 80s music mentions that I can toss in there. So.
Oh, Justin Browsen using that nice, big, strong body to hold off. Hey, that was a hard slap shot there from Logan Hawgood. Comes all the way around back to Browsen, who's fighting off two guys, it seems like, every time he touches the puck.
Browsen working hard as always.
And that Hawgood pass bounces off a Battle Creek skate, comes all the way back to Denny, who finds Tesserero on the right side. Tesserero tries to pick a pass, cannot do so. Gets his own rebound, puts it along the boards. Nair comes up with it. Nair holding on to it along the boards. It's taken by Battle Creek, and this one's going to come the other way through Jason Stone. Stone looking for Wolf on the outlet. Instead, touched up by Danville. Comes back to Wolf as Buccal is going to play it behind the net here. Looks like Stone was the quickest one to that as he throws it down the boards just a little bit, and Ben Buccal trying to wedge himself in there between the bread that has become the Battle Creek players as they hold this one along the boards.
Danville forwards doing a good job of cutting on down there deep to make sure that they're going to be able to get that puck if it comes flying out.
And that one coming all the way back down the ice as it was touched up as well.
Yeah, that was the Battle Creek player threw it out there.
Oh, an open shot there from Fred Hine and nicely blocked up by Mike DePerio. That one not kept. It was close. It came back over to Ben Buccal, who's flagged for the offsides here.
Yeah, the official lineman right there on the stripe, ready to make a great call there.
Ready and waiting, just as a good referee should be.
Been very impressed this year with the spacing of the officials.
Going to 4 referees has made a huge difference,
Big difference,
to say the least.
Big difference in keeping this game flowing, too, because now the players know they can't get away with a lot.
Yeah, I can't speak for referees in other places, but we've had good luck here so far. I don't think we've had 1 or 2 games where people were very upset, but I think fans are bound to get upset about something no matter what, it seems like.
Home crowd fans are never going to like when a call goes against their guys.
No, it's definitely true as Ben Buccal spins out of this one and brings it behind the net. It's thrown down ice here. Nobody really there. Nick Gullo ends up with it. He's trying to push this into the offensive zone. Does. Quintos in there. Quintos does a 180, comes back with it. Quintos pulls through. He's going to try and make something here. He gets out of the way of two different players as Brad Denny's there in the slot. The pass finds him, but it's blocked up there by DePerio on the shot. Howie going to touch this one and run the other way with it. Champlain is going to now dump it down, and they're going to get a shift change. Also coming out for Danville, Turner, Browsen. And that one goes straight to Browsen. Tripped up there, Patrick Zalak.
There'll be a penalty.
And that's going to be a hooking penalty there on Danville. I don't know if that's going to go on Luciani or if it was on Bush Anderson on the other side. Looks like it's Marco Luciani heading to the box.
Love saying that name, Marco Luciani.
I know. I really wish he would have stuck around for a while. That was one of my favorite names coming into the season. Well, either way, Battle Creek up 1-0 here with 9:56 left to go in the first as we go on the Jenna Worth power play.
Big opportunity for Danville to get it even.
Number 9, Marco Luciani. Given a minor for hooking.
This one trying to be shoved in there by Browse and swallowed up by DePerio, who does a nice job at getting down to his left.
Browsen using his muscle to get through the defense and to the net, but just could not quite stuff it home.
Couldn't quite get there, but Danville still trying to find the tying goal here as Battle Creek out to an early 1-0 lead. 9:47 left to go in the first period.
A lot of offensive firepower out there for the Dashers right now.
Browsen with a bit of an errant pass there as he tries to hook up with Bukal. He ends up getting it in the backside of his defensive zone, and he's going to carry through the middle here. Browsen with a shot on net. Ooh. That one's swallowed up nicely by DePerio, who kind of used both his glove and his stick there to swallow that one up.
He was fighting that one off, and Browsen almost cashing in with a shot from right down Broadway there in the middle of the ice.
I know in baseball you're supposed to catch with two hands, but it seems like that rule applies in hockey sometimes too.
I think he was trying to use every body part he could on that one.
Palmerville a shot from the point, almost touched up by the skate of Tesserero, actually. Instead, it's out wide of the goal of DePerio. Turner on it now. Turner fires one from the point. Rebound almost dangerous there, but swallowed up by DePerio.
A lot of traffic in front of the net, but that makes it a little tough to get those shots in from the point. But a great job by Danville getting real scrappy for those rebounds in front of the net. Almost cashed in there.
1:16 left to go in the Jenna Worth power play. 9:14 in the first period as this one's played out to Palmerville. Palmerville plays it to the right wing through Quintos. Palmerville fires a shot. A redirect there from Levi Armstrong is touched up by DePerio with the blocker. Danville remains a hold on this one as Tesserero tries to grab it. Instead, it's coming back down the other side of the ice all the way to Harley White.
Saw a lot of good hard work from this third line last night, and they're being rewarded by being in the starting lineup tonight and now getting some power play minutes as well.
Quintos coming down the middle here. He's taken on one, pass two. He tried to shove that one in. Instead, it got redirected up off the boards. This one bounced out funny.
He thought he had it for just a moment there.
Looked like it. Champlain ended up with it, and that one is turned over to Palmerville in exchange. Now to Atkins on the left side. Danville coming through Atkins. Atkins on the left. Backwards here, looking for a pass. Can't find anyone. Some nice spacing here from Battle Creek. Hawgood sweeping in from the right, unable to do anything with it as Fred Hine now has it. That pass was straight to the skate of John Champlain. Not exactly the defender you want to give it to normally, but this one, no harm, no foul, as another pass is touched up over the boards. We'll have a face-off.
5 seconds left in that penalty. They'll have enough time to get the old face-off and get a quick shot before that Battle Creek player will be able to get back in the play here.
Atkins going to take the face-off here for Danville. Fred Hine on the right wing. Logan Hawgood out there as well.
Very dangerous. You don't want to lose the puck right now with a guy coming out of the box.
No, we are back to full strength here for both sides. A shot from the point's going to go wide to the right of Harley White. Touched up there behind Battle Creek now looking to go on the attack. This one pushed into the boards here. Battle Creek retaining possession until it's turned over to Jesse Nayer, who sends it down the ice. That one's going to be picked up there by Adam Howie. Howie to steal. Steele looks at his options, elects to bring it up himself. He's got Soilus to his right. Steele comes through, beats 2, but can he get past 3? Kinda does. A shot is wide there of the net of Harley White. Luciani on the back on the right D here with this. Battle Creek back to reassemble with a 1-goal lead here with 7:08.
Picked his pocket.
Stolen by Quintos. Save there, if that was wide by DePerio. Soilus coming the other way with it. He's going to have a one-on-one opportunity plus the goalie. Now Gullo coming the other way. Some of the wide open hockey we saw last night. Gullo drops it off to Quintos. Quintos going to have an opportunity. Tries to push it back. Almost pushed in there. Ensor fires a shot that's up off a defenseman. Another one as he's tripped up. This one is a mayhem in there in the middle. And
Battle Creek doing anything they can to try to clear this puck, but Danville pouring it on.
Eventually gets out there to Denny, who gets it to Quintos. Over to the right side first. Ensor, a slap shot. That one's out. Nobody knows where it is.
Oh, juggling act by DePerio.
Looked like it went off the shoulder blade of DePerio and bounced around for a minute before it finally came back down to earth. With 6:28 left to go, we're going to get our media timeout.
Yeah, it looked like DePerio, it went off his shoulder, then it almost looked like it hit his stick and bounced back up in the air again. Danville flailing at the puck for all they were worth, but just couldn't cash in again. Nice offensive spree there for Danville, but still couldn't get the equalizer.
Yeah, and flailing in on that one was Seth Ensor on the other end of it. He would have had a wide open net. He extended his stick to full length, just trying to shove that one past DePerio there and tie this one up, but didn't quite get through there, and unable to capitalize does Danville. As Battle Creek doing a great job on the defensive end tonight, both at full strength and on the power play. And a lot of that you have to give credit. They've really picked up in recent weeks coming down the stretch here. Had a change of coaching. That might have something to do with it.
Yeah, their general manager took over as coach and has been doing a really, really good job. And it's a tough thing to do in any sport, Nate, when you are having one of those seasons like an expansion franchise sometimes does, where you're losing so many games. It's tough to keep the morale up, but these guys play hard from the first face-off to the last buzzer. I'm really impressed with Battle Creek.
Yeah, it certainly can be hard, and Adam Steele has done a great job so far. Got his first professional win and has fielded a team that's looked competitive in multiple other games. So always good to see from Battle Creek. This one out to the point to Ensor, who fires one in, redirected. It's out in front. DePerio doesn't know where it is. He's sliding in.
Yes!
Eventually finding the back of the net, and who else but Nick Gullo.
Tricky Nick, scrappy player right in front of that net. Got his stick on it a couple of times, and that final time he was able to shove it home for the score.
There was nothing Mike DePerio could have done about that one. Just out loose in front of the net, and he knows it. Doesn't stop you from being frustrated, though. Let me tell you, that one just a mayhem, a rugby scrum of proportion out here on the ice in front of the net.
His defense kind of let him down on that one.
Yeah, that was something else. And sometimes you just got to force that puck into the back of net, and if you take a weird goal, maybe you just take the top off the net and you finally get the glass ceiling out and the glass wall out from behind it. And maybe we'll see another one here as Tesorero comes down the left side. He cuts back looking for a pass, carries it in off of the chest of DePerio, and that one dealt with there nicely by Mark Steele.
My Fred Hine was just right there for that rebound, but it missed his stick.
Tesorero on it again here down the left wing, making something happen. One of the stars from last night, as well as one of the top scorers, the second top scorer here for the Dashers with 20 points on the season. How big has it been for them to have him back this season?
Oh, fantastic. He's also one of those guys that is just a great guy to have around the team because he keeps y'all loose and hustling, too.
Very experienced, very knowledgeable, and also a player's kind of guy. He's a very nice guy as well. You really get a lot of those on this team. It sounds repetitive, but it's just the truth. Now, coming the other way with it, McNary had a stick on it, as Battle Creek threatening in the offensive third. On the left side here, looking to do something with it. Coming around the net there. And on the other side of it is Adam Howie. Howie drops it off. Looking to pick it up was Luciani. Instead, it's going to come all the way back to Palmerville out in front of the net. Now Jesse Nayer ends up with it. Nayer coming down the right side here as he's in the middle.
He's got
over
numbers.
To Palmerville. Palmerville tries to hook up with Fred Hine. Fred Hine does his best to get back to it. Soilis is out to the right here, and this one's being carried on there. And wide of the net as he tries to hook up with Soilis. Carrying it the other way was Mark Steele. Fred Hine laying another hit there in front of the bench.
It seems to be a regular habit for Fred tonight.
He seems to be enjoying himself. Coming the other way with it, Quintos. This one was tied up in front of the goal and coming back the other way for Danville. Errant pass there, can't find Zalak as he is going to do a pass to himself here. He's going to be the fastest player to get to this one. What a hustle play there by Patrick Zalak, who's on fresh legs.
We kind of expected we would see him tonight. We just weren't sure who he was going to replace. And now, Gullo getting roughed up along the boards.
And that was Luciani putting it into him there, former teammates. Fun or no? That's the real question, and we won't know the answer. As Jacob Wolf fields this one on the right side of the Battle Creek defense. Some nice passing here in the recent minutes from Battle Creek with 3:37 left to go in the first period. That long shot is off to the wide right of Harley White, who was at it covered. He's coming back around the other side. Now Hoggood's going to pick up with it. 3.5 left to here in the first period as that pass finds Tyler Quintos. Quintos tries to flip this one in for Armstrong, goes straight to the glove of Bush Anderson. He's not going to miss too many of those as this one's cleared by Battle Creek all the way back to Brad Denny. Denny brings it to the other side to Hoggood. Hoggood links up there with Tesserero. Tesserero carries in, tries to fire one on net there, or at least find Browsen. Puck eventually gets back around to Tesserero, back to Browsen in front of the net. He's tied up there nicely by Bush Anderson, who just kind of shoves him into the boards. It's kind of what you got to do, isn't it?
Oh, Levi just missing the upper corner of the net on that shot.
Denny to Browsen. Browsen forced off nicely there by Mark Steele. A shot from the point there comes off the stick of Seth Ensor as he tries to keep this one in. Instead, it's going to come all the way out to Denny. Danville gets back on side, and Denny carries in. Denny with a nice move, past a man, one in, goal!
That was
what a goal,
one.
Brad Denny! Take a bow!
Whoa!
What a goal, Brad Denny!
That was maybe the prettiest goal that we've seen this season, Nate. Brad Denny, great job stick handling, beats the defense, and then just simply fakes the goalie right out, and then that tough finishing shot to cap it off and go up 2-1. Beautiful play by Brad Denny.
All smiles from Brad Denny as he hands back to the bench here. Getting a nice little touch up from his defensive partner at the time, Logan Hoggood, and Danville takes a 2-1 lead with 2:33 left to go in the first. Danville back looking threatening again here. Really took them until the second period to wake up last game. They seem to be taking out the energy from the crowd and are on their hot game here in the first period after letting up an early goal. Now they're on top.
They're really pressing the defenseman forward on the attack, and here's Bacall doing the same thing.
Oh, Nayer almost had an open net there. That was a nice pass from Brad Hine. Brad Hine, that's a new one. Fred Hine. Lots of carbs.
Fred's brother.
Fred's brother, Brad.
His twin brother.
Yeah.
Wearing the same number jersey.
Maybe I was just thinking of the beard. Anyway, either way, Battle Creek coming down the left wing here. They've got a nice fake shot there. I believe that's Ryan Alvis carrying it up. You can tell the
picked
speedster.
his pocket.
Jesse Nayer on it now. Backhanded is no good. A nice save there by DePerio off the glove. Couldn't quite keep a hold of it. Danville going to fight for this one along the boards. Battle Creek wins out. Only gets as far here as Murray.
Again, the defense really pushing it forward.
Murray passed a man. A nice pass there. That was covered up by DePerio. That one ended up actually on net. 1:23 left to go here in the first period. 2-1 Danville. Coming the other way with it is Troy Murray. Murray had another nice move there. Looked kind of like the one Brad Denny did earlier. Maybe they were studying some tape as Soilis comes back around the net here. Battle Creek back on the offensive side of things. Soilis is fast, man, isn't he? That one was fired up wide there by Bush Anderson. Pushed on the net here. Danville looking to recover. This one coming from Luciani, trying to shove it in. White seals it up nicely, gets back around for the rebound shot on the entire other side of the net. Well done by Harley White to save that one up. This one getting chippy here behind the net of Harley White. White down on all fours.
Beautiful stop.
Finally cleared there off the stick of Patrick Zalak, who was coming back.
Boy, that puck looked like it was going to be on goal and caused the icing to be waved off, but it just kind of at the last minute took a turn to the right.
And that one with 43 seconds left in the first period. What a big save that was there for the momentum of Harley White. Made at least 4 saves in that span, I would say, maybe even more.
Harley White, a real athletic goaltender going side to side. He's kind of one of those old-fashioned flopper goaltenders. It's all over the place.
Oh, a hard shot there from the point. Almost finds a lucky redirect now. Quintos going to run with it. 32 seconds left to go here in the first period. Danville with the puck. Quintos down the right side. A shot from the point there. That was Ben Bukal taking a shot. Nick Gullo played along the boards. Somehow hangs on to it. I will never understand the physics of Nick Gullo.
Nick is the smallest player on the ice most nights, and he's the toughest player on the ice.
Ryan Alvis tries to pick a pass there to Howie. Instead, it comes all the way back out to Armstrong. Armstrong links up with Tesserero. Tesserero, a fake shot. A real shot is high. Now coming the other way with it. Ensors played into the boards, and that one is going to do it for the first period here. Danville takes a 2-1 lead into the second here. Wow, that was a fun period.
That was a very exciting period of hockey, and my goodness, did we get treated to a great play with Brad Denny's goal especially. That's the difference right now at 2-1.
Brad Denny really seeming to thrive off of the crowd. He's been around the Dashers for quite a while now. Makes the drive over to play at the home games, and man, does he make an impact. Slots right in, usually to the starting lineup. Now we're going through a couple rotation games here, but starts more often than not, and boy, does he do a good job at it. He's looked stellar so far tonight in the defensive end, as well as that beautiful stick deke fake shot and right around the goalie. No chance there for Mike DePerio.
Yeah, he's another one of these guys that's got a regular Monday through Friday job and works hard at it over there in Indianapolis. And the fact that he did get relocated in his job to Indy allowed him to come back and play with the Dashers this season, and we are so glad to have him.
That's one of the nice things about usually FPHL games being in the weekend, is that he can make it back over here, and several players do that. There's a lot of guys that end up doing that, and they don't necessarily have to, but it definitely doesn't hurt to have a little extra spending money out on the road on road trips, let me tell you. Well, we are heading into the second period here. Gonna have a short intermission, of course, but Dennis, 80s night, Diane's birthday, Serve Pro poster night. Treated to a great first period. Coming into the second period, does Ray Tremblay need to make any adjustments, or is he coming back out thinking keep the same, press your defense higher, really throw Battle Creek off if you can?
Yeah, I think all they need to do is play with that same amount of energy for 40 more minutes, and we got it beat. Well, you know, it's not only, 80s night going back to the future. I saw an old guy in the lobby, and I bought one of the Gray Sports Almanacs for 2020. And I looked this game up, and it says it's supposed to be a 6-2 score tonight in favor of the Danville Dashers. I hate to spoil it for everybody, but if this is correct, I also had my Kansas City Chiefs winning tomorrow by 18 points. That was a surprise to me when I read it.
Big time.
So so I'm a little bit surprised, but I'm these two bets, two games come true. I'm going to be doing a lot of sports betting in 2020.
Yeah, no kidding. You pick me up any horse racing tips out of there, I would gladly appreciate it.
There you go. Let's take a look.
Hopefully we can see the car that he comes in with as well.
I think I've been cheated. It says Secretariat's going to win the Triple Crown.
Oh.
I think I've been cheated.
Maybe it's Secretariat's son. Daughter? I don't know.
Great-grandson?
Great-grandson, yeah. He would only be...
I think I've been ripped off.
Secretariat's still alive?
Can't trust people. No, he's long gone.
One of the biggest tangents ever, but I had to ask the question. As it is Serve Pro penalty night tonight, Serve Pro's car is making its way.
That's a cool car.
That is a really cool car. They do a lot of fire and water repair. A huge sponsor here for us, sponsor our penalty kill. So we're glad to have them out tonight, and they're here most nights. Usually they do have a green stormtrooper that comes around, and that is really cool as well. We love seeing that. Well, it is ladies' night tonight, of course, so ladies got in at a discount as well. You can get us signed up for door prizes at the front if you're here and listening. And if you're here and listening, well, thanks, I think.
We have a couple of people that have stopped me in the lobby saying that they listen to the game here while they're in the arena. It's boy, that's multitasking.
That
at its
is.
best.
It's hard to hear at that point. Well, we have some great events coming up still later on in the season, and so many event nights coming up here still. And as we head towards the later part of the season, Cartoon/Faith and Family Night, we talked a little bit about that, is coming up on February 1st. That one's presented by Robinson Chiropractic. Also, Country Night coming on February 7th. That is going to be fun. That's
I got
sponsored.
my bibs ready.
Yeah, that one's sponsored by the Vermilion County Farm Bureau and Vermilion County Fair and B&J Music. So fair share of sponsors on that one. Kids Club skate after the game on February 8th as well. We got a lot of games coming up here after about 2 different weekends off. Well, we get the weekend off. The players definitely don't get the weekend off. But
a couple of big road trips back to back. It's going to be very, very important for them to go on the road and continue their winning ways.
And a lot coming up here later on, but right now all eyes on this game as it's 2-1 Danville heading into the second period. Our goal scorers on the night, Nick Gullo, Brad Denny. Adam Howie ends up getting credited for that, not Marco Luciani. That is assisted by Luciani and Bush Anderson as Howie got the Rumblebees off to a hot start, but Danville since rebounded through Nick Gullo, Brad Denny, with assists going to Tyler Quinto, Seth Ensor, and Patrick Zalak. Also, 2 penalties on the night. Fred Hine for roughing, Marco Luciani for hooking. So everyone that's been a Dasher at some point this season has a penalty. How nice is that?
Well, at least they, friendly faces there on the in the penalty box.
Yeah, no doubt. And holy smokes, the score from Port Huron. It's at a 6-7 right now, heading into the early stages of the third. It's now 8-6. Right as I say that, Ivan Bondarenko scored off of a Tim Santapaulo assist. Columbus up 8-6 on Port Huron, who's had 3 goaltenders injured tonight, and their announcer actually is filling in as the emergency goaltender in the box, doing the game from the box.
Wow.
Yeah, a hat
That's
tip
pretty
there.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
that is really cool.
I will go out on a limb, and I will say that neither of us will get that call from Coach Ray Tremblay.
Nope, I think he would call in probably someone from the Junior Dashers before we see that one.
Or someone at random from the stands.
Yeah,
ahead
no
of us
kidding.
as well, yeah.
1-0 Elmira over Watertown there at the end of the first in that game as well. And Delaware versus the Danbury Hat-Tricks there at the Delaware Fairgrounds Center Ice Arena. 4-2. That one's at the end of the second. Carolina up by 3 at home against the Menor Icebreakers there in Winston-Salem. Let's get a look at the shots for tonight. Danville coming out with it a little bit ahead on the shots, not quite as lopsided as last night was. 17-7 the shots on goal. Danville in the lead in that category. Of course, 2 penalty minutes for each team. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. 2-1 here as we head into the second period in about 13 minutes. We'll be right back with you. Thanks for tuning in here on the Danville Dashers Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the David S. Palmer Arena here in downtown Danville. The Danville Dashers taking on the Battle Creek Rumblebees. They're out to a 2-1 start here as we head into the second period. Danville's got the slight edge thanks to a stellar goal from Brad Denny and a hustle play from Nick Gullo that found back of the net as well there. Down to our left, the teams have switched sides. The refs have sharpened their wits and their skates, and we're ready to go for period numero dos here at the David S. Palmer Arena. Puck drop here, Luciani and Gullo exchanging a few pleasantries, and likely actual pleasantries. Former teammates. No love lost, or no love not lost, I should say, between those two. And pretty much everybody about Marco. Marco pretty well respected around here. That one won by Battle Creek as Anderson takes it behind. Fought for by Nick Gullo, ends up poking it out to Zalak. Zalak getting the start tonight on fresh legs. A goal right off the bat, Tyler Quintos.
Oh my goodness, what a blast of a shot from out front. And that one-timer beats DePerio. And the Danville Dashers up 3-1. What a shot. That was a beautiful goal.
That one was in before it left the stick, Dennis. That's how hard that shot was. Insane, and DePerio had no hope at that one.
There was about 1.21 gigawatts of power on that one.
He put everything he had into that one, Tyler Quintos.
Doc Brown supercharged his stick on that one.
And all thanks to the hustle play there from Quintos, Gullo, and Zalak. Why not have a second shot there? You know, why not?
Just pouring it on with the offense here, opening 30 seconds. And Danville out to a real charge here.
And
against Battle Creek.
17 shots on goal turns into 18, and 2 goals turns into 3 here. Zalak and Quintos combining there. Now the credit from the box gave that to Nick Gullo. I don't think that's correct, but we'll keep you posted on that.
That had to be Quintos, because that was, unless Gullo got a stick on it, but
I don't think he did.
I don't think there was
way
any
too
stick
hard.
on it. That thing came flying past the goaltender.
Either way, 3-1 here, Danville, with just under 40 seconds off the clock in the second period.
Mitch Atkins hustling down and getting a pass out front, but just barely missed the mark.
Jesse Nayer on this one now. Battle Creek able to recover. Coming down the left-hand side here, it's Alvis. Alvis with a shot up to the right corner of the net there. That one rides the top of the skate grip and comes back down. Shot from the point there off the blocker of Harley White. Now brought behind by Alex Palmerville. Wolf out there as well. As Battle Creek looks to win this one back, it's dumped all the way down. That was a very errant pass there. Anderson unable to do anything with it, though, as Atkins is on it. This one bounces behind the goal of Mike DePerio. Now coming the other way with it is Battle Creek down the right-hand side. Danville's got numbers back. This one comes all the way down to White. It comes actually back. A hard shot there. Comes off the stick of Shea Carey. A shot from the point is off the blocker and up into the ceiling. And that one's out of play for a face-off. Shea Carey with a nice opportunity there as Harley White was cut out of his net just so slightly.
Harley's done a good job of sliding out to kind of take away the angles, but on that one just kind of got a little bit left to center.
Steele with it on the point now. That one shot up into the air by the skate of Tesserero. Coming back around Danville. Comes all the way out there to the skate of Marco Luciani, who fires a point shot. Doesn't really go very much of anywhere, but this one dumped back down nonetheless for an icing as it's touched up by Battle Creek. Sebastian Crystal getting to it first. And that goal has been corrected as well. See, we were on top of that one. Look at that.
Hey, that's one in a row for us tonight.
Out to the point for Battle Creek, who are getting a lot of possession here. That one off the skate there of Justin Browsen and up into play. Lots of souvenirs tonight for a packed house. It's only appropriate that we increase that fraction.
Rowdy crowd here tonight, too. My goodness, this is a good Danville Dashers home advantage tonight in front of the big crowd.
A good showing on a rainy Saturday night in Danville, as it's been raining for a couple of days now. We're finally going to see the end of that tomorrow, thankfully.
Well, it was raining so long and so hard around here, we learned how big a cubit is.
And not the Illinois football coach. The old Illinois football coach, I should say. Seth Ensor carries this one down nicely down the right wing. Looks for a pass. Tied up there on the other end of it. And who was on the other end of that one? It was Sam Turner.
Look out.
Now
Trouble
coming
here.
the other way with it, Luciani. Luciani with a shot on. He had Soilis to his left. Shot it on. It came off the face mask of Harley White. This one lost by White, kind of just in the middle of nowhere. He does pick it up and traps it behind his back leg there. As Soilis threatening down on goal. Battle Creek with a nice offensive opportunity there.
Yeah, just for those folks not in the area, it's been raining so hard here. Nate, we saw the animals lining up 2 by 2 just in case.
They're not even 80s puns anymore. They've just turned into a mess. That one fired on to the right of Harley White there. Was going to come all the way to Bush Anderson, but it was touched up earlier on by Gullo. Trying to find Quintos. That one is an errant pass coming down the left-hand side for Battle Creek. Turned over to Murray.
Oh, Troy Murray doing a good job getting away from real good pressure there by Battle Creek.
And that was a nice move to get around not one but two on the other end, and tries to do it again and loses out. The numbers win on the defensive end for Battle Creek.
Nice little poke check there by Battle Creek.
Trying to find John Champlain. Instead, it comes all the way back around to Connor McNary, who blows a tire. This one picked up by Zalak. Has all the makings of a dangerous play here. Instead, it's sorted out by Battle Creek, and they're going to go on the run with it. Come the other way with it is Alvis. Alvis on it still. Saved by Harley White as that one drifted far and wide, and also the net comes off of its moorings there. And we're going to have a stoppage of play here by the referee to fix that. Alvis with the best opportunity of the night so far for Battle Creek, the former Dasher. Also the leading point scorer here for Battle Creek, 14 points on the young season.
Harley White doing a good job coming out of the net again, cutting down the angle and challenging the Battle Creek player, making him shoot before I think he was ready to.
I think so. This one played along, won by Danville. Fought for along the front of the Battle Creek bench. Comes back around as Hawgood was on it. It comes back all the way to Zalak. Over to Murray. Pressing now up further up the ice is Battle Creek.
Great pressure by Battle Creek, and it's paying off.
Some good hand-eye there by Austin Weber. Knocks it back down into the offensive zone. Hawgood traps this one with a skate, fighting for it up there with Maxim Noskov et al. A few other guys over there with them. Sometimes just easier to list all the composers with an et al, Dennis, let me tell you.
Yeah,
this one,
sometimes easier to say who isn't in the scrum.
A nice stick by Atkins has him an opportunity on the right side. It was dealt with nicely by DePerio. Atkins still trying to poke this one in, but DePerio doing well to fend it off with his stick as well. Coming back down Bukal with it.
Working hard, creating chances. Oh.
Jesse Nayer favored his fancy there as he throws one on. Now Tesserero piles on with another shot. Jesse Nayer on it now, bringing it around to the side.
Oh, Hine getting himself some good space. They can get him the puck.
That one was almost picked up.
There he is! What did I tell you? I saw Freddie finding the space in between the defense. They finally got him the goal. And he shot a laser beam between the legs of DePero. And now it's up 4-1 for Danville.
He was due for it. You didn't think they were going to keep him out of the net all this weekend, did you? Had an assist last night. Now with a goal of his own to put the Dashers up by a score of 4-1 with 15-12 left to go here in the second period.
When he starts circling in the offensive end like a shark, you know he's going to get a shot. And when he gets a shot, he usually puts it in the goal.
And Fred Hine going to get the tally there as this one comes back around to Browsen. Browsen plays it to Armstrong, and the Dashers are threatening yet again. Coming around the other way with it, here's Bush Anderson. Bush Anderson's outlet pass is touched up there by Soilis, but thrown back down the ice. Bush Anderson back on it. Steele to Bush Anderson. Back over to Steele. Danville pressing three high up the ice here, and one back. Browsen with a between-the-legs shot. And DePerio did a nice job at getting a glove to that one.
Nice effort by Levi Armstrong getting that puck into a position where they could get a good shot on goal. Good hard work along the boards by Levi again. You know, some of the times the kind of plays that we see from guys like Mitch Atkins and also Levi don't always show up in the scoreboard.
Oh, Quintos and Zalak with 2 opportunities there. DePerio does well to fend 2 off. Battle Creek now with it down the right side. Coming the other way, Maxim Noskov. Noskov finds some room. He's coming through. Coming down the right-hand side here. He comes behind the net now, carrying to the left. Not a whole lot of help here as McNary tries to circle around and give him an option. It's back to Alvis. Alvis to the right side. Harley White with a foot save on the far right. That was a soccer goalie save.
He was just sprawled out on the ice and using every body part available to make that stop.
The only way to describe that was as a flop save, as he was on his back, stuck the foot up off the skate and out. Gullo tries to go around him, man, as Danville had numbers. Now a long stretch pass there, nicely touched up by Ryan Alvis as he throws that one down, and they're going to get a shift change.
Crowd wasn't too happy. They wanted a penalty on Battle Creek.
What else is new there?
Yeah, the crowd doesn't like it when they don't get the call.
Ensor trying to fight with this one for Wolf down the right-hand side here. Wolf on it now, comes back around. Battle Creek trying to get some possession here after Danville now taking 4 straight goals. This one coming up, maybe off the iron. No, it does just come back down without hitting anything somehow. Coming the other way now, Battle Creek. On it now on the right side. One-on-one opportunity. Wolf scores. And a nice play there from Battle Creek as they pull back within 2.
Boy, that puck went up so high, I thought it hit the girders to stay in play here on the ceiling. But once it came down to earth, Battle Creek quick to make the attack and had a nice little 2-on-1 that turned into a 2-on-none, turned into their second goal of the night.
And a nice play there as Wolf ends up on the open side of the net. Harley White, not a whole lot he could have done about that one, let me tell you. And just on their 14th shot of the night, Battle Creek scores their second. After letting up an early goal, the Dashers score 4 straight and let up 1 more here with 13:04 left to go in the second period.
A little sloppy on the defensive end again, but Battle Creek could not capitalize.
Playing that one back was Soilis. Stavros Soilis has a big impact so far tonight, as he's coming down the right-hand side here again, turned over to Danville. Tesserero had it for a moment. It's taken away by Battle Creek again. Bush Anderson was on it. That was Mark Steele. Now coming the other way with it.
Look out.
Another opportunity here for Battle Creek. A one-on-one with Harley White as he sticks that one away. Oh, a point shot there comes off the top of White and out of play.
Harley White doing a good job. Once again, a big breakaway for Battle Creek. The initial shot hits him right in the chest, and then he swatted her away with the stick to keep from giving up the rebound right in front of his own net. Great play by Harley White. He's got a great name for a goaltender.
He really does. It's really easy to say, but out of the 2, I gotta say, I quite favor the DePerio name. Has a broken stick still on the ice there in the offensive
another good
side.
goaltender name.
Oh, Zalak loses this one up. Dangerous there as Alvis was on it and hunting for another one.
Boy, it almost looked like like his stick was having a problem there, because that just kind of went right through the wicket. Battle Creek with the opportunity right in front of Harley White, and Harley's like, woo! Somehow that one stayed out of the net.
Yeah, you know, he wouldn't have minded jumping on that one against his former team. The lead scorer still for these Battle Creek Rumblebees.
Another tough play in front of the net.
Gullo was on it, finds an outlet pass here. Coming down the other side, Zalak looks for a pass, ends up finding Quintos. Quintos pulls it back to Palmerville. Palmerville, a shot from the point, touched up there by Gullo, but fended off by Mike DePerio. Gullo back on it now, winning the puck back. That's 3 in a row there, it seems like.
Yeah, he's going to be annoying until he gets that puck.
Make it a 4th there as Gullo won that one back, but to no avail as Alvis had it for a moment. Tripped up by Palmerville as he takes that one. Back to Alvis, a shot from the right. It was just wide. Now out to Morley.
Palms lost the edge of the skate and then lost the puck.
Mortley had an opportunity there. Now Fred Hine with a slapper. That one wide. So Mortley and Hine both shooting and missing wide here. We're going to get a stoppage of play. Looks like it came all the way around. Might be an icing.
Yeah, I thought that puck was just went all the way back down the ice because of the power of that slap shot, but I guess we're going to have a penalty.
Oh, we are going to have a penalty. I thought it would just be an icing. That slap shot came all the way back down.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense why it would have been an icing there, because it was Fred
in the
Hine's
offensive zone
shot that caused that to go all the way back down to his other end. But
I'm reaching for straws here, Dennis.
That was a very confusing turn of events. Is that Sam Turner that went to the box?
It was Sam Turner in the box, yes. And also on the assist earlier, Jacob Wolf's goal, we saw Shea Carey pass that outlet to Jake Mortley, who set that up nicely.
Well, until we see other proof, I'm saying he must have rickrolled the Battle Creek player.
Can only assume so.
Got to keep with the 80s thing.
Now coming the other way, Battle Creek on the serve pro penalty kill for Danville. We're going to get that one up here as Battle Creek looks to be threatening down 2 here.
Danville penalty killers need to get hungry like the wolf here to come up with a stop.
That was a too many men penalty.
Ah, that makes sense now.
Oh, a breakaway opportunity here. Justin Browsen on it, just who you would want. Actually, Jesse Nayer puts one in. Goal, that's in.
That is in. Beautiful breakaway.
A shorty for the Danville Dashers.
And now we're getting a little discussion by the referees. The goaltender, DePerio, not happy with that.
Well, there's no doubt that DePerio didn't have control of it, and it looked to be moving that direction.
That puck found its way in between the wickets and into the net. And they say count it.
And a shorthanded goal for the Danville Dashers here.
A shorty for the Dashers, going up 5-2.
We think.
We're pretty sure.
Should
they're having a center ice face-off. There is a discussion between the captains.
Yes, it's on the board now, and that's where we get the official from. So we're going to count that as a shorthanded goal on the serve pro penalty kill for the Danville Dashers. We'll see who ended up with that. Quintos was there and might have stuck it in, but it might have been. I didn't even see who actually shot the initial. I thought it had been swallowed up. Brosnan did have the breakaway on it.
Yeah, I think he had the shot, and I think the stop was made, but the puck just kind of trickled in between the wickets.
Then again, I don't really know anything, because on the FPHL's website right now, which is where we get our official word from the referee, it says the penalty is being served currently by head coach Ray Tremblay, which is not a thing. He's not on the active roster, I can assure you that. He might like to be. Jesse Nayer actually ended up poking it in.
Yeah, I've seen Coach skate. He's still got some speed there.
It was Jesse Nayer on the breakaway. I called Browsen at first.
Yeah,
two of the very big body forwards here on the Dashers, both with mustaches as well, it's worth mentioning.
Yeah.
A commentator's worst nightmare on the serve pro penalty kill. It was Jesse Nayer with the goal, as he is back on the bench now.
All I saw was big guy.
Big guy, fast skating. A nice move that got DePerio off of his. That was an errant pass there, as we are quickly back to the action here on the serve pro penalty kill. 10:13 left to go in the second. 47 seconds left to go on the penalty kill, as Battle Creek comes the other way through Alvis.
So far, Danville's had the best of this. They're really doing a good job on the PK.
John Champlain was looking for a pass, as McNary just throws that one behind the boards to no one. We'll see if it gets out of the zone. It does not. A nice play there by McNary to keep it in after his pass found no one. This one back out to the point to McNary. A slap shot. That one was going wide left there, almost buried in, as it ends up somehow poking out and coming all the way back down to Mike DePerio. 5-2 Danville, 9 seconds left to go in the penalty kill. 9:31 left to go here in the second period. Danville letting up that second goal, but coming right back with a shorthanded goal of their own. Not something they've done a whole lot this season. Jacob Wolf on it now, the goal scorer from earlier.
It's the first shorty I can remember at home.
It is. I don't know if we have one on the road or not. Not a stat that I've been keeping track of. Fred Hine hustles down to cancel out the icing. On net now.
Oh, that was close.
And if it weren't for a bad pass, they might have had an opportunity there. DePerio had it.
Woo! Pouring it down here. 9:05 left in the second.
I forgot how hot it gets in here when you have a packed house.
It is definitely packed here tonight.
I don't think we've seen one of these since mid-season last year, maybe Breast Cancer Awareness Night. As Danville showing up in full force and getting rewarded so far with a good game. You like to see that.
Yeah, we got our friends from Reggae Wines here tonight. We got Serve Pro. It's a busy night around here.
Busy night, lots of themes.
Diane's birthday.
The Celtics just put 140 points up on the Pelicans. Very casual. As we get our second media timeout of the night with 9:05 left to go in the second period. That's a little bit more like the 10-minute mark. It's closer. Our last one came with like 6.5 left.
Yeah, they're doing a good job tonight. They're, you know, when it goes down to 4 like it did last night, they definitely had to call the union rep on them.
Not a whole lot of fun. 25 shots the current tally for Danville, 18 for Battle Creek. As a 5-2 score here. 25-18, as I said. That last goal from Jesse Nayer, of course, put Danville up by 3. Tyler Quintos, Seth Ensor on the assist, as that one leaked through the glove of Mike DePerio. Oh, a shot from the point there from Fred Hine.
Just got the stick of the Battle Creek player and went wide.
Hine with a nice hit along the boards, lets Atkins get the puck back, but only momentarily as this one comes back along. Fred Hine with a nice stick check to get that one out, and Mitch Atkins and Fred Hine playing quite the defensive offense. Fred Hine almost has a shot on. This one is stayed in front of that net.
Dangerously bopping and bebopping in front of DePerio, but somehow he finds the glove and makes the stop.
Unable to clear it in any way, shape, or form was Mike DePerio in the Battle Creek defense. Danville unable to capitalize on it there. Tesserero wins this one. Browsing a shot from the point is blocked off there by Steele. Come the other way with it, Soilus. We got
delayed offside.
Delayed offside and an offside. A penalty.
Ooh.
And this one gonna go on Sam Turner. He just got out of the box for serving the too many men penalty and is gonna go right back to it. Hope he made himself a nice little home in there. We do know that there is sometimes candy in there. Perhaps he did it on purpose.
Maybe it was the candy that got him to come back. You know, you go serve a penalty for the team, and then all of a sudden you discover candy, you know.
And we're going back on the Serve Pro penalty kill.
Hey, the last time we were on the penalty kill, we got that shorty. Let's do it again.
That's true. We'll try and piece together another breakaway opportunity there. The goal scorer, Jesse Nayer, is out there at the moment. This one fought for in front of net. A nice opportunity here for Battle Creek. On it there was Namarco Luciani, who couldn't do anything with it. Just tied up there at the stick of Logan Hawgood.
Looked like Naher got a stick in the mix to kind of mess up their little party.
Jesse Nayer going to race for this one. Ends up getting it. Comes down to the ice, into the boards.
Great hustle.
Battle Creek able to recover. He looks a little shaken up by that one.
Yeah, took the shoulder pretty hard into the boards.
Now Battle Creek comes down the left-hand side. Come the other way through Steele. Zalak laying chase. Steele down the right-hand side. Passes it over to Soilus. Soilus at the point. Soilus passes down into the right corner. Only as far as Alex Palmerville. This one thrown down behind the net of Mike DePerio.
First minute gone in the penalty.
7:26 left to go here in the second period. Nick Gullo on it.
Nick Gullo's scrappy behind the boards, making Battle Creek work hard.
Down the right-hand side. And you can tell by the patented skate stop there, Ryan Alvis was the one carrying that one through. Danville now able to maybe come the other way with it through Zalak. Zalak looking to see if anybody's coming, kills a couple seconds, shoots it down ice, gets tripped up.
And he'll get the penalty call.
And we're going to have 24 seconds of 4-on-4, followed by a little bit over a minute and a half, minute 36 of power play for Danville. Going to have to get ready to switch over to the Serve Pro penalty kill straight into the Jenna Worth power play, because right now, not on anything.
Battle Creek player pleading his case to not one, not two, but 3 different officials as he headed to the box.
Kind of a tough situation there as you see somebody running on a bit of a breakaway opportunity, so you kind of feel like, okay, maybe I do have to call this at that rate.
He took a shot at playing the puck, but he got a skate instead.
As we're back to 4-on-4 hockey, the lineup out there on the defense is Bukal Palmerville. Up is Mitch Atkins and Fred Hine. This is a great group of 4 players. Danville really feel they can put something together here. Bringing it up is Palmerville. Palmerville throws it behind. A weird bounce off the boards there. Is coming the other way is Jason Stone. Stone looking to pick a pass out. He does. It's a little bit long there, aiming for Jacob Wolf, the goal scorer from earlier. Palmerville shakes Wolf out. And coming back down the other way is Mitch Atkins. Atkins on it, a shot and a pass actually to Bukal, who was streaking in from the center. Ends up in the stick of Fred Hine. Hine carries it around the back of the net, fends off a man with the arm. And it comes out to a Battle Creek player here down the right-hand side. That's Soilis. Soilis with a nice move. Takes the puck with him for a moment, loses it, but gets it back. He's coming down the right-hand side once again. Soilis with some nice stick work. Takes 2 Dashers to get him off of it, though, and this one comes down for Nair. Nair coming the other way with it now. Hine to his right. This one taken away there nicely by Marco Luciani.
Danville with the extra man on the ice, and you wouldn't know it right now.
No, you definitely wouldn't, as we're on the Jenna Worth power play.
Battle Creek doing a great job of not letting Danville get into their offense here.
Atkins was on that one, and he finds it again after it goes back to Battle Creek for a moment. Atkins to the left side, a beautiful pass is just shot high there by Justin Browsen, looking to go bar down from the left side. Armstrong on this one now. Goal!
Oh, man, what a laser beam by Levi Armstrong. And he finds the near side going up top for the goal.
A power play goal for Levi Armstrong puts the Dashers up 6-2 as the offense is pouring on tonight on Saturday night at the David S. Palmer Arena.
Wow, DePerio didn't have a chance on that one. What did I say last night about Levi? Keeps getting better each and every season. Now he's getting a really good, strong shot. He goes top shelf for the score and puts Danville up by 4, and we're going to see a goalie change.
As Trevor Babin comes in for Mike DePerio. Babin had a good night last night in net, got unlucky with a couple of bounces, but 6 goals in 2 periods here allowed for Mike DePerio on quite a few less shots than Babin, who made his minor professional debut last night for the Rumblebees. Oh, a shot there, dangerous, up into the corner. That came off of Maxim Noskov's stick. White was there for it. This one dropped to Armstrong, who couldn't pick it up, but might get it back in the end anyway. Does push it around the boards here. Playing catch up, trying to get it back Danville. As Armstrong gets a nice stick out there, ends up with it back to Tesserero along the boards. Tesserero looking to pick out Brad Denny, actually intercepted there nicely by John Champlain. Now coming the other way with it is Battle Creek. Oh, a dangerous play there, sees that puck dart out in front of Harley White. Danville going to be able to come the other way with it through Ensor. He's got a man to his left. Passes it over, doesn't quite get there. Maxim Noskov with the interception. This one pushed out to Alvis, and that one's going to come back for an icing. Actually waved off there, he could have played it. Brad Denny. Brad Denny got there just in time. It was a close one. Probably could have played that one though. Now coming the other way, Quintos. Drops it back to Gullo. Babin struggles to grab that one for a second, but does just enough to get it away with 4:09 left in the second period. Coming the other way with it here is Adam Howie. Adam Howie. Danville coming down the other side with it. Quintos all alone, 1-on-3. Elects to pull it back. Gonna look to find Zelak down the boards. He does find Zelak. Zelak coming around the boards now here behind the net. Out to the point to Hoggood. Hoggood fires a slap shot wide to the left. Up off the side of the boards. And out of play. That was a weird bounce.
It's a weird bounce, and that was just an awesome shot by Logan Hoggood. Just firing it strong from the point. Really impressed with Danville here. They're up 4, comfortably leading, but hustling as if it's a tie game.
We saw one earlier that was shot down on this end, ride the boards for about a good 6 to 8 feet before it came back down. We almost saw another one of those there. But on it now is Mortley. He couldn't get a stick on it before, looks like Logan Hoggood got rid of it. Back out in front of net here for Wolf. His shot's tipped up, though. Danville going to elect to run the other way through Fred Hine on the right. Scott Nair in the middle. Tries to flip it up to him.
Beautiful play there. Very creative.
Comes all the way back down to Babin. Fred Hine's looking for heads tonight. I think he wants a fight. Maybe the Gordie Howe hat trick on his mind.
The Gordie Howe hat trick again, you know. Already has one of those this year.
And man, Dennis, how good was that last slap shot from Levi Armstrong? A laser.
Man, not only was it strong, but it was accurate, and you could see where he was going the whole time.
The only one that couldn't right there was Mike DePerio, who was screened. A nice play there.
And DePerio was kind of cheating over a little bit away from that far side, giving him that opening because he didn't think he could hit that spot, but he did.
Oh, this one bobbles out. Nicely slung away there on the defensive effort was Mark Steele. Sam Turner out to Browsen. Browsen can't pick it up. It comes the other way. Alvis with it. Alvis with the give to Champlain. Champlain out to the right-hand side here. He picks up it again. It's coming back through Noskov. Noskov tries to find Alvis. Can't connect. McNary on it now as Danville takes it and comes the other way. Ben Bukal. He's got help in Sam Turner and Justin Browsen, but turns it over before they can get in the offensive zone. A big shift change here as Alex Palmerville elects to take a slapper from the long run, send this one around the boards. It gets as far there as Quintos. Now Battle Creek tries to link up there with Noskov. It comes back out to McNary, back to Noskov along the right-hand side. He comes into the middle. 4 defenders back for Danville. McNary comes around the goal. As that one was a shot right onto the mask of Harley White, bounces out. Kind of a dangerous rebound there in other circumstances, but does just well enough to get rid of it.
Oh.
Quintos hits. We're going to have a delayed penalty. He was tripped up there.
Yeah, the old hookaroo.
And that one might be on Soilis. Actually, no. It's going to go against Adam Howie.
2:09 left. So Battle Creek will spend the last 2 minutes here of the second period down one, unless the Danville Dashers cash in with their 7th goal of the night.
The odds looking pretty good right now with a whole period left to play, and a lot of your scorings come from your bottom lines who are seeing more time on the ice tonight.
Yeah, getting good performances from a lot of guys. It's going to be tough coming up with 3 stars again tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is. We'll have to take a look at the point totals here at the second period and make some predictions for us. Palmerville coming down the left side here. He's kind of caught up by his own guy. It ends up working as Armstrong picks it up. Levi on it now. He's got one man to beat in the goalie. Levi with some space. Takes a shot. It's up in the air. Almost finds Tesserero. Instead dealt with by Battle Creek, who dump it out to the point to Sam Turner. Turner on it now with some space. Turner with a shot up high. That one's up in the air again off the stick of Babin. We're actually going to have a high stick.
Yep.
And that one blown dead there. Was played with a pretty high stick. Can't admit to that.
Levi unhappy.
I think Levi wanted it that he hit it with his glove, because this one's going to come back into the Dashers side of things, and he's not thrilled with that. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, Levi has had a good game again tonight. Been very, very impressed with him. We kind of think of him as sort of the enforcer out here, and the hard hitter, the good defensive, strong defensive forward, but his offensive game is getting really good.
I think it is, and it'll be important coming down the line here. Certain games he's eked out. He scored the lone goal just a few weeks ago in a shootout loss. That was a tight, tight game. Atkins coming down the right-hand side here. Atkins with a pass to the left. A nice pass. Another one. Oh, just an extra pass there. A little too selfish or unselfish from Fred Hine.
Yeah, he didn't like his angle, so he tried to improve it by getting it back to the point.
And compared to what we saw last year from this nice stick deke there, as Justin Browsen looks to just be toying with it with 50 seconds left here to go on the power play. There's a Jenna Worth power play. This one played down the left-hand side here. Coming in is Atkins. Atkins finds a pass behind him. That's Jesse Nair on it now. He's going to try and wrap around. Finds Denny with a shot. That one almost was an own goal. That almost bounced in off the arm there.
Oh, another big shot by Fred Hine.
As doing nice to fend it off is Trevor Babin.
Well, that puck rode the crossbar the whole way across the net.
That was a wild turn of events there. It rode the entirety of it. Ensor with a shot up high of Babin. 10 seconds left to go in the second period here. Danville threatening. See if they can get anything done. No more shots on goal, it doesn't look like here, as Battle Creek runs out the clock on the power play and the period. Well, that escalated quickly.
Big period for the Danville Dashers as they pull away in this one to a nice 4-goal lead. But what I love to see, Nate, was the hustle from the Danville Dashers all through to the end of the period there. They were playing with the intensity as if they were tied up and needed a goal desperately. Very impressive second period for the Danville Dashers.
Now that has got to be some kind of a record, Dennis. 20 goals scored in the final score between Columbus and Port Huron. Columbus eking out a victory at 11-9.
Wow.
20 goals in a regular 3-period game.
Wow.
Wow, to say the least.
I need to see the stats on that and see how many were power play goals. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Let's take a look at the summary of that game really quick here just to keep you updated.
I'm not so sure either team brought their goaltenders' equipment with them
Only
tonight.
105 shots on net. Only.
Holy crap.
A couple of them power play. There's a lot of even strength goals in there. There are a lot of power plays in there. Let's take a look at the team stats from that game.
Apparently
David
both teams...
Nippard, 5 points.
Wow.
Parker Moscow, 5. MJ Graham, 4. Wowza.
Nobody got a hat trick.
No.
20 goals and nobody got a hatter. That's crazy.
Is an NHL score. That is an NHL video game score, I should say. Not an NHL regular league. That's for sure. Well, we haven't had quite that shot total here tonight at the David S. Palmer Arena. Danville with just 31. Battle Creek with 19 as Danville out to a 6-2 lead heading into the final frame of action. Adam Howie with the last penalty that was slashing. Trevor Babin came in relief for Mike DePerio, who let in 6. Tough game for him tonight. 0 for 3 Battle Creek on the power plays. 1 for 3 Danville. Technically 2 for 3 with that shorthanded goal tonight. And Levi Armstrong getting a heck of a goal on an assist from Justin Browsen just a little bit ago. Current point leader tonight for Danville is Tyler Quintos, who has 3 points. Patrick Zalak has 2. Seth Ensor with 2. Jesse Nayer with 2. Nick Gullo with 2. And 5 different players with 1. The goals on the night: Tyler Quintos, Jesse Nayer, Nick Gullo, Brad Denny, Levi Armstrong, and Fred Hine, as Danville out to a 6-2. Now, Dennis, heading into the third period, the final frame, assumedly, of this game. Coming into the stretch here, you think we'll see a little bit more rotation from the deeper lines from both of these teams?
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of playing time for all 3 lines. Real good balanced time. In fact, on the power play, we saw the third line out there a lot, which is something we were not used to seeing earlier in the season. So Coach Ray Tremblay with the confidence that anybody he puts out there is going to work hard, and he's getting the payoff because we've seen Levi Armstrong, we've seen Mitch Atkins, Nick Gullo working so hard to create opportunities. They don't always show up in the scorecard, but they're the kind of working class type of moves that a coach notices, and he's rewarding them with more playing time. So a great effort, great even scoring effort by all of the Danville Dashers tonight. Very impressive, and they played 2 very solid periods. We have not seen that little 2 to 3 minute lull where the defense gets sloppy. We haven't seen that at all tonight. So good, solid 40 minutes of hockey, 20 minutes to go. And I think Coach Ray will be very happy with the effort from his guys in front of a very enthusiastic crowd here tonight at the David S. Palmer Arena.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of performance you want in a night like this, where there's a lot of attention going around the team, and a big buzz is what you'll create. Always looks good for the remainder of the season heading into it. Well, 6-2 the score here in Danville. Danville up on the Battle Creek Rumblebees. Heading into the third frame around the league, we mentioned that 20-goal game in Columbus. The River Dragons edging out Port Huron 11-9. Another final on the night. Carolina wins a 3-0 game against the Menor Icebreakers. The Delaware Thunder up 5-2 over the Danbury Hat-Tricks. That game in its third period. Elmira over Watertown at 2-1 right now. That game just now starting the third period. Got a little bit of a late delay with that game. They started at 6:30, but they're still just now into the third period. A tight game there. A good one to watch if you're in the intermission here. Make sure you come back, though. We'll miss you. 6-2 here at the David S. Palmer Arena. We're going to take a break here, but we'll be back with a third period of action. Take a look at the statistics one more time as we head in to the final frame of the weekend. Well, on the Danville Dashers Broadcast Network, we'll see y'all in just a little bit. what a song to come out to that is. Well, we're back here at the David S. Palmer Arena, heading into the third period of action here. Danville up by a score of 6-2. A very, very fast-paced and a very exciting second period of action here at the David S. Palmer Arena. Looking forward to the third period, Dennis, and a big lead here for Danville. We said we're probably going to see some big shift changes and a couple of experimental shift changes, I might even think, as we see Tyler Quintos at the lead point getter right now, 2 assists and a goal. This has been a very, very team-wide effort tonight, it's worth mentioning. If we're going to see somebody come out here and get a goal in this third period, who's your money on?
Oh my goodness! I am going to say that Mitch Atkins is gonna cash in before the night's done. He's been really scrappy. He's had a couple of opportunities and just couldn't quite make it get it done. The bench for the Danville Dashers in a real good mood, coming back with a 4-goal lead as they were playing that Guns N' Roses song. Levi Armstrong was playing the air guitar using his stick as the guitar.
Oh, buddy.
They are fired up.
Fred Hine is literally bouncing with excitement on the bench right now. I don't know if you could see that, or you probably could down there at the bottom of your screen, but very energetic group on this Danville Dashers team, especially when they get on a roll. And compared to last year when it kind of seemed a little lifeless at times, that's something you really like to see heading into the downstretch of the season, a team that's gelling together well. And a team that, knock on wood, is healthy at the moment.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys on this team. Nick Gullo is one. Mitch Atkins is another. Levi Armstrong is another. You got these guys that are hustle players. They're always out there. And then, of course, you got, your sharpshooters like Fred Hine, who are always going to get their points, and Browsen, Naher. They're always going to get their points. But when you got your hustle guys working the corners and getting the extra opportunities, that's when this team really starts clicking. And if you look at it, Nate, with all the injuries that they had, they've only had their full complement of players back here for about 2.5 weeks worth of games. And it takes a while to gel and to get used to playing with each other. Coach was obviously having to do a lot of patching and filling when he had all those injuries, and he's discovered some good combinations out here.
Yeah, no doubt. Danville sitting third currently, but making good ground on Port Huron this weekend. It's interesting to see them drop another one tonight. If Danville can hold on to this one, you like their odds to get a little bit more space on them, as they were overtaken just a couple of weekends ago. Port Huron with some goaltending trouble, and a goaltender not having trouble right now, Trevor Babin. And we're going to have a face-off here on the other side of the ice as Trevor Babin freezes that one up. A shot from the right-hand side. Looks like taking the face-off for Battle Creek. Adam Howie sliding in there for Danville. Patrick Zalak.
Kudos to Tommy B for picking some great 80s music to play during breaks here tonight.
Frozen up again there by Babin on the left side of his net. Hands the puck to the referee, and we'll go again for round 2 right here in the left center circle. Danville wins this one, puts it out to the point to Ben Bukal. Bukal tries to find Palmerville, does off the boards, barely kept in there. Oh, a nice stick move there by Quintos, keeps it from the outstretched stick of Soilis, but he ends up with it anyway. Soilis tries to go around Palmerville, does as he dumped this one into the corner. Bukal trying to play, he does. He ends up playing it out to Patrick Zalak. Zalak sends it down just past the outstretched arm of Nick Gullo as this one finds Battle Creek's defense and is shot back down to the other end. Now Danville trying to come the other way with it through Gullo. Atkins trying to win the foot race to this one. 2 Battle Creek Rumblebees on it though, as it's sent around the ice there to Moskov.
Atkins' job there was just to delay things so he could get some fresh legs out there for Danville.
That Noskov pass ends up in the arms of Danville and back in the hands of Mitch Atkins, who fires a nice pass over there to Fred Hine. Hine got it on the right wing now. Oh, a nice pass there across the blue zone, but nobody home. Mitch Atkins back on it. Atkins fires a shot off the leg there of Sebastian Crystal. It's touched up by Crystal, back out to Fred Hine. Hine fires a slap shot up. Doesn't make it quite to the net before it was stopped up there by Connor McNary. Then comes comes all the way back out to Brad Denny, who gives it over to Seth Ensor.
Great shift from this line.
Ensor with a beauty of a pass there to Atkins, who gives it to Browsen. Across there to Hine, puts it back for Atkins. Atkins unable to capitalize on it. He fights for it and wins it along the boards back to Nair. Nair to Atkins, out to Hine. Hine scoops it up. Babin can't get a hold on it. Put up and into the wrong side of the net there. Mitch Atkins almost pulled one back for himself.
Goaltender lost his mask on that one as he flopped from one side of the net to the other, making a great stop.
Mitch Atkins almost finds himself on the receiving end of his goal. You almost called it there. Credit where credit's due. Close on that one. Babin did a heck of a job to get over there. Did everything he could to keep that one out of the net.
That was a great shift by the number one line. Getting lots of opportunities, good crisp passing, and almost cashing in for the 7th goal of the night.
Can't say we didn't see that a whole lot from Babin last night, as we did. He was superb in goal last night. Other than a couple flukes, he did let in a few goals, but not bad for your first semi-pro start here. Coming the other way with it. On it there is Murray. Nice move to get it out. Tries to find Turner. Instead finds Tesserero. Tesserero on it now, the second leading scorer for the Dashers this season. Tesserero fights for it here. It eventually comes back out to the point. Battle Creek with it. It's going to be Alves running the other way with it. He loses it up. Shea Carey called offside there. That was a tight one.
The assistant coach for the Dashers getting a little puck action there. But he's pretty tough. He can handle it.
So did Tim Juris take that one?
Yeah, almost took it in the face.
Tim Juris, a goaltender on his own as well. He's slotted in a few times.
That's why he was able to make the good stop.
In the past here for Danville. Tough guy, heck of a nice guy, does a lot with Ray Tremblay's coaching staff as well. This one played behind by Logan Hoggood, who kind of looks like a shorter version of Justin Browsen, I'm not going to lie. Hoggood flings that pass off the boards, trying to find somebody. Soilis coming the other way with it. Was about a 1 stick length away from getting rid of Hoggood on the other end. Hoggood does just enough to get this one out to Gullo as he's put into the boards. Gullo on it now out to Quintos. Quintos playing it backwards a little bit, brings it back out to Murray. Murray couldn't get a stick on it. He's going to go for a shift change while he's got a little bit of time. Not a whole lot of time there, as that one's fielded by Bush Anderson and brought back along the right side of the boards to Soilis. Now turned over here to Quintos. Quintos brings it back to the left defenseman, Palmerville. Palmerville throws a nice pass out there to the right wing. Coming the other way, Nick Gullo along the boards. He's pressed into the boards and remains on his feet and slings that one down. A clutch play there. Beautiful as he links up with Mitch Atkins, who finds Nair. Nair tries to find Atkins again, but Atkins tied up there on the backside.
Number one line back out for the Dashers.
Oh, a nice stick-to-foot action there by Fred Hine is fought off by Maxime Noskov, who comes down the right side. Links up there nicely. A shot fired on by Champlain, but parried away by Harley White. Battle Creek with 5 men forward now. Had been a little hesitant to do so in the earlier going. 16 flat left to go as a shot finds Harley White's glove.
Harley White has been really strong in the net tonight. Great job getting a good workout here, but able to keep Battle Creek from getting back in this one.
Danville with it behind the right side now. Would have had a stretch pass there to Tesserero. Doesn't quite get that far as a shot goes wide of the net there of White. Crystal on it now over to his left defender. On the other side, that was Connor McNary. A nice move there as a pass finds Tesserero. He throws it forward. Had a break, did Logan Hoggood.
So
unable
close.
to. Actually, Sam Turner was unable to get a hand on it. Almost an own goal dangerous situation there by Battle Creek. Brad Denny fires a shot from the point on. Tesserero fights for this one, as well as Levi Armstrong. It ends up with Brad Denny as Danville does just enough to get it back. Denny drops it off there, a shot wide and high, coming all the way back around the boards. Ended up being a completed pass, if you want to look at it that way. That one fought back and sent down the ice by Battle Creek.
That'll be icing.
Yes, sir, it will, as it's touched up there by Seth Ensor, who tries to juggle it on his stick. Got two. Two's not bad. It's more than I could be doing in that situation, that's for sure.
Brad Denny, who earlier in the game had probably the prettiest goal of the season so far, working hard to get some great offensive chances on that shift. He's having a big game.
Yeah, he's having a really good night tonight, the veteran here for Danville. Danville with a lot of rookies on this team, new to the FPHL and new to professional hockey in some ways as well. A couple of guys that have been around the block a few times as well. This one fought for in front of net. On the ground is Babin. Ooh. Somehow coming out with it there was Battle Creek. Coming the other way with it down the right-hand side. Harley White's got to play this one. Dangerous there.
Look out.
As Wolf was on it. Kicked away by Gullo.
Good job by Gullo, not pushing the puck up ice and instead retreating away from a waiting Battle Creek Rumblebee.
Murray throws this one up. Stone has it. Coming the other way with it. That was Marco Luciani. Soilus out there as well. That one thrown down the ice by Christers Bormanis. Actually, no, sorry, not 61, 65 on there. Fought for in the middle of the ice. A handful of possession exchanges here.
Oh, Troy Murray had a good idea, but when he went to go drop the puck, Battle Creek intercepted.
Nair wins this one back. It ends up on the stick of Mitch Atkins. Fred Hine lurking deep in the offensive zone as Battle Creek tries to get rid of it. Struggles to do so. Champlain put into the boards there. Nair with it. Passes to Atkins. Atkins pushed along the board without the puck. Comes back around to Ben Bukal. It was a foot race between Bukal and Austin Weber to see who would get there first. In the end, both get there, and it's slotted out of play. Well, it's 6-2 here in the final frame. Danville up with 13:40 left to go here in the third period. Taking the face-off, Mitch Atkins for Danville. It's lost out to Champlain. This one comes along to Maxime Noskov down the right-hand side. Had plenty of room down that right-hand side at times tonight. Just unable to capitalize on it for the most part. He's got it here now. A wide shot actually just ends up into the arms of Champlain. As Jesse Nair comes down. He's got speed. He's got a little bit of space. As that one, a nice poke check, deals with that. That was Sebastian Crystal doing away with the harm. Behind the net for Danville. That one comes out to Noskov, who fires a nice pass down the left-hand lane. Referee gets in the way a little bit, sets a nice pick. Now Moskov back on it. Oh, a nice shot there to the right-hand side of Harley White. Blockered away.
Another great play there by Fred Hine, keeping possession of the puck.
Palmerville throws that pass down. It's ramped up over the heads of several Battle Creek players down into their defensive zone. Browson loses his stick on that one. He comes back and going to have a breakaway. Levi Armstrong going to get some space. Armstrong down the right-hand side, bodied off, pushed away as it looked like Babin had that side covered pretty well as well.
Puck up and out of play. 12:34 left in regulation.
6-2 the score in favor of the Danville Dashers here at the middle point basically of the third period. A great night of hockey here in Danville. I think it's safe to say a good game tonight so far for Danville. And a large rowdy crowd been out here so far tonight, trying to walk back through the back alleys of this place, even taking the less populated paths. Quite the challenge, I've got to admit.
Hey, even the bathrooms had a line between periods again.
The concessions had a line all the way back around the concourse. It was pretty insane. Haven't seen that in a long time.
They might run out of pretzels tonight.
Oh, that's a sad thought. Oh, a nice pass from Armstrong to Browson. Armstrong going to have an opportunity here. His stick is tied up, though. Now
so
coming the other way with it, Marco Luciani. Luciani in the middle, drops it off to Howie. That one gets as far as Seth Ensor before it's picked off. Back out to Armstrong. Armstrong picks a nice pass to Browson, skating sideways down on, makes a move, gets past one, shot wide to the right of Babin. It's picked up by Tesserero. Coming back out here, Battle Creek going to take it and run with it down the right-hand side. It's Soilus. Soilus past one. It's 1-on-2. Shot saved by Harley White.
Nice job by Harley getting that very active left-handed glove into the play and making the stop, and we're now down to 11:51. How crazy would it be, Nate, if we get 8 goals in the first 2 periods and go scoreless in the third?
That'd be something else, but I mean, even last night we saw third period pretty docile, I think is the word I would use. Well, maybe not so much here as Zalat comes in. He's on the hunt for one, you know that, he always is. Battle Creek stops the shot and comes the other way with it, though. A stretch pass can't find Danny Alvis, and that's going to come back for an icing all the way back down to the other side of the ice. It's a long, long walk. Skate. Guess you don't really walk. Gonna have a face-off here to the right of Trevor Babin, who came in relief of Mike DePerio on the night. 11:33 left to go here in the third period, and that face-off won by Battle Creek, bringing it around now behind the defensive zone. Oh, a nice stretch pass there, intercepted by Logan Hawgood, but brought back by Moscow. Actually, that was Jake Mortley. Still thinking of Parker Moscow, I guess. Sebastian Crystal back there with it. Battle Creek with some nice possession. That pass pretty much to no one. A hard one off the boards. Ends up finding Crystal. That one rode the boards all the way around, and it works out for Battle Creek. They're going to come through Moscow.
Almost took one of the referees out, too.
Maxime Noskov with a pass across the slot there, and this one ends up back to him after the shot goes wide. Playing it behind the net, Logan Hawgood. Coming back around all the way as far as Mark Steele. Steele passes it in here to Maxime Noskov. Knocked off his feet there was Tyler Quintos, as Battle Creek getting some nice sustained possession here in the final third. That shot in on Harley White, and threatening heavily there was Weber. Austin Weber in tonight for Tony Lampo, and he gets a big stick to the back for his efforts.
Yeah, Austin Weber was hanging around the goal and trying to slash at that puck, trying to get it to go between the legs of Harley White. And that didn't go over well with some of the Danville Dashers defense.
And it's Weber in the center circle here.
Holding the stick.
Stick tied, kicked out by Mitch Atkins. A good heads-up play as Nair comes back down, drops it off to Atkins. Atkins down the right-hand side. It comes back to Fred Hine. Hine looking to pick a pass. He does behind the net there, and it's swallowed up by Trevor Babin.
Well, Atkins had his stick held, kicked the puck to himself to get it free. Then later on got a rough ride down on the offensive end and stayed with the play.
Guess you got to do what you got to do, don't you?
Very impressed with the play of Mitch Atkins again tonight. Hard worker.
This one going to come all the way down to Ben Bukal. Bukal back with the team. Johan Hoagland yet to return from his call-up, but wishing him the best up there at the next level in the SP. Oh, this one intercepted by Atkins. Atkins has some space over to the right side. Hine open. A nice slide over there from Babin. He did that quite a few times last night. Moves over nicely to his left to save that one. Had the post covered. Oh, a shot from the point there. Fred Hine didn't get the rebound. Now back out to Bukal. Bukal going to take another hack at it, quite literally, as it comes back out to Wolf. Wolf down the right-hand side. He's sliding into the center, comes back out to the right instead. Drops it off to Shea Carey. Oh, Carey fires one just wide left. Instead comes back to Carey. A save, Harley White. That one came off the top of his shoulder pad. A nice shot there from Shea Carey.
Good job, good athletic play by Harley, getting a body part on that one to make the stop.
Battle Creek threatening again, coming down here, Ryan Alvis. Has Adam Howie on with it now. Howie tries to wind up a slap shot, instead comes out to the point, blockered away there by Harley White. Bukal on it now. Bukal throws it around behind the net to Palmerville. Threatening on there, Adam Howie. Oh, a shot out in front of net, goal.
Good play by Battle Creek.
Battle Creek pulls one back here at the open side of goal. Kind of looked like the last one did, just a little bit less of a one-on-one there, as Harley White lets up his third goal of the night. That's okay, there's a couple insurance goals still on there. 6-3, 8:47 left to go in the third period.
Beautiful pass from the far side to the near side. And there was just no way Harley White could get from one side of the goal to the other fast enough, and Battle Creek gets this one within 3.
Back to the center circle here. That one won by John Champlain. Justin Browsen fighting forward in the offensive zone for Danville. Stretch pass to the left side, finds Alvis. Alvis trying to get a hold of this one. He does, loses it up. Brad Denny, the one who strips it from him. As this one trying to be sent in, Danville can't clear it right now, can't get a good possession on it either. A big hit laid there by Justin Browsen. right into Seth Ensor. That's two guys you do not want to be hit by at the same time. Oh, a hard shot there from the point. Bounces out of Harley White's glove, but Danville able to recover and run through Levi Armstrong. Brad Denny to his left. Browsen goes in for a shift change, or he was there too. Armstrong on his own down here, and you got a sense that's just how he likes it. Armstrong down here holding it against the boards. A couple guys trying to pry him off of it. Tyler Quintos there looking for a pass.
Yeah, with Browsen and Levi out there, you didn't have to ask, where's the beef?
Oh, a big hit there from Tyler Quintos. He's hitting the back. That one was on Jason Stone as they wrestle for position. You got a feeling Tyler Quintos just wants this one out.
And there goes Levi.
Levi and Quintos going at it now. A right thrown by Levi. And now a big fight here as somebody has their gloves off, but I think there's only one glove on. Now we got a real fight. Real fight to the right here as that one is being broken up. Okay. Levi Armstrong going up against Mark Steele. Armstrong and Steele sizing each other up as a fake shot here. Armstrong backs up. He's got a hold of him. Armstrong throws a right, a left. A left as Steele gets his left hand loose. Steele throws a left. Levi with a hard left to the head. Steele misses on one. Levi swings and misses on one. Steele's helmet comes off. Levi with a shot to the face. Steele on the ground. Levi's Armstrong takes him to the ground. They both bump knuckles at the end of that one. I think that's just buying some frustration and giving the crowd what they wanted to see. Levi Armstrong with his fight on the night, as in the penalty box already. Two players, and one from each side, of course. We'll get names on those penalties as they go. Looks like Steele is going to leave the ice here.
They got a lineup of kids coming down the aisle to fist bump with Levi.
And no lack of friendship between these two teams, I would even say, as Shea Carey came over and fist bumped with Levi Armstrong in the bench. That's a perfect example of what the game's all about, and I would challenge anyone, for people that want to see hockey do without the fighting, to do without that. The guys love it. If you got guys that love it, let them do it. Why not? They're grown men, right?
Fighting in hockey is a good release for these guys, and if you don't have an occasional fight, you're going to have more of these cheap hits along the boards.
Yep. It's a much safer
fighting
release.
Is a safer way to get those frustrations out. And you saw that those two guys have been going at it all night, but after the fight, showing good sportsmanship. You know, it's just, that's what hockey, you know, that's old-time hockey, as they say.
It certainly is, and it's good to see, if you want a perfect example of sports and class there, and sportsmanship. That's a good example right there. I got to say, Levi Armstrong and Mark Steele going at it there. Two guys got the start tonight as well on the second night of the weekend, getting the crowd into it. That's a good move. That's a good move all around.
We've seen a little bit of everything tonight. You know, that's the key.
Yeah, we've had some scoring from both sides. 9 goals combined. Of course, it's no 20 goal that we saw in one of the other games tonight, but a hard-fought game from both sides, and a good hard fight there that ends with a knuckle.
Very, you know, we've had some beautiful plays tonight with Brad Denny's goal that was still a classic. A great shot by Levi Armstrong to show that he's not just a one-hit wonder as a hockey player, but also, you know, he is the enforcer on this team. He's got a job to do, and, you know, when the hitting gets a little out of hand, Levi does his job and does it well. But a great all-around player. He's had a great game, hustling in the corners, doing good on the PKs. Really good, solid all-around game, and a big crowd pleaser here as well. The kid from Urbana.
A night with a big crowd in attendance, and Levi Armstrong giving them exactly what they want to see.
Got all these boxes to check. You know, you've seen a shorthanded.
Oh, Jesse Nayer with an opportunity. He's tied up there.
And that'll be some 4-on-4 hockey again.
As he had a nice opportunity to get on goal there, as we actually have a Serve Pro penalty kill for Danville. That one going on Seth Ensor. I think that was the one in the brawl we saw before the real fight.
That was the prelim bout.
So we're going to go ahead and put our Surf Pro penalty kill up there and then take it right away. Thanks to the guys at Surf Pro for sponsoring poster night tonight as well.
And Levi is still on his feet, fist pumping the crowd over there, doing the old fist bump. So he's staying pretty busy over there in the penalty box.
There is absolutely no shortage of appreciation for Levi Armstrong in general in this arena. Let me tell you.
When you come to a hockey game, you want to see a power play goal, you want to see a shorthanded goal, you want to see a pretty goal, and you want to see a fight. We've checked all the boxes.
All of those boxes. You're so right. That one's swallowed up by Babin as we're right back into the action here. 4-on-4 hockey, another first tonight that we're seeing. Some fun times here. Jesse Nair on this one.
Oh, undressed
a pass
him.
to the right side is shot high.
Oh, I thought he had it.
Ben Bukal shoots that one high. He's not thrilled with himself. He feels he should have scored on that one.
Oh, my goodness, doing the little baseball swing with the stick afterwards in frustration.
You know, from the wrong angle, it looked like he was winding up to swing at the referee there, but that is definitely not a Ben Bukal move, let me tell you.
Oh, my
As he
goodness.
is frustrated with himself after that one. Good guy, Ben. Mark Steele, good to see him back out on the ice as well. After that fight, he's back out on the ice and in the penalty box now. The three amigos in the penalty box.
It's getting a little crowded over there.
It is for both sides.
And I think
three guys.
They're going to run out of candy over there in the home penalty box.
Three guys in the penalty box, 2 for fighting and 1 each for penalty.
There's 3 guys in the box, and none of them are Sam Turner.
Yeah.
Sam's booked a few visits over there tonight.
Yeah, especially this weekend, too. Pomerville on this one now. Stretch pass there, tripped up. Nothing called. That looked pretty incidental if I've ever seen one, but kind of an unfortunate play there as Zalak hits the ice. He's up and running, though. Battle Creek pushing 2 forward here, as we've got 37 seconds left on the home penalty for the Dashers and 50 seconds left on the one assessed to Battle Creek. Bukal across the slot, Brad Denny. Denny, a nice save there by Babin. Tesorero's stick just enough to keep that one in the offensive zone. They're going to try and get a quick switch here as Bukal comes off the ice for Murray. Now coming the other way is Soilis. Soilis has a 1-on-4 and the 4 win. Browsen passes that one out. Comes over to Tesorero. Browsen on it now, tries to go through the legs. Oh, almost has an opportunity there, but Babin blockers it away. Justin Browsen plays a puck with one hand down the boards there. Maybe not the preferred mode of usage, but it does the trick.
Power play now for Danville, but that's running out pretty fast.
For 5 seconds, and that one's off now as well. Oh, a shot to the left there of White. Wraparound opportunity, no attempt on that. Oh, a shot from the point, though. Alvis almost has an opportunity.
Troy Murray with the block. I think we got another penalty.
Looks like we're going to see one type of penalty here, or a hand pass, perhaps.
All right, we're getting the 2 of the guys out of the box now.
Doesn't look like anybody's going back in. The gate closes.
I think we're okay there. I think it might have just been a high stick.
Yeah, high stick, something along the lines of that. Well, let's go ahead and get a look at what those penalties were officially assessed for, just for the heck of it. Sebastian Crystal had that interference penalty we saw. Mark Steele, Levi Armstrong for fighting. Jason Stone, Seth Ensor for rushing. Ensor also got a 2-minute minor there for cross-checking. Technically assessed 4 minutes of penalty time, but it wasn't put into play.
That was weird.
Maybe offsetting on the first 2 minutes because Jason Stone got one as well.
Beautiful attempt by Mitch Atkins again.
I would say that was what happened there. One of the penalties was offset. As we only saw 2 minutes of penalty. Sebastian Crystal on this one now at the right defenseman spot.
Under 5 minutes to go.
Yes, 4:50 left to go here as Battle Creek threatening again up high of Harley White.
It's getting late early here tonight.
Bush Anderson on that one as he dumps it down. A long stretch pass looking for Fred Hine. It's completed. It comes out to Brad Denny. Denny and Hine kind of in the same spot there.
Thought he was going to have to call fair catch on that one.
Kind of looked like it. That was a high pass. As this one played down the left wing here. Oh, a shot that goes wide left, but it was a hard wrist shot there off the stick of Howie. Wolf awaits the pass. Instead, comes out to Shea Carey. Fred Hine on it now. Hine looking to pick a pass here. Doesn't have a whole lot of time. Elects to just get it out of his defensive zone. This one's shot down in there. We're going to have a delayed penalty as well. It was a delayed offside as they touched that one up. Saw the arm up. Didn't see the offside. Now I do.
Inside
a
of
nice
4 minutes.
stick there. Good hand-eye. Actually opens up an opportunity for Maxime Noskov. When Battle Creek had been threatening, he's been a large part of it so far tonight. Quintos on the left-hand side. Quintos, a hard shot off the leg of Mortley there. Oh, a long shot. That was nicely swallowed up by Babin. Man, he's really impressed in these last 2 games. I know he's let in the goals last night, but looking good for only having last night was his first career start. Now he's got his second game played, coming in for a replacement on Mike DePerio.
And here comes another one of the combatants from earlier back onto the ice. I think we're going to finally get our media timeout now, too. 3:42. We're going to have to call the Union Steward again.
Looks like it. That was a long stretch of third period, but quite a fun third period here so far. Let's get an updated shot total as we see 42 shots on goal for Danville, who have looked really good on the offensive side so far these last 2 games. Battle Creek putting up 26 shots so far tonight. Danville is a perfect 6 for 6 on the penalty kill, which means Battle Creek hasn't scored on 6 of their power plays. Danville has 6 power plays tonight and scored 1 goal, and then also a shorthanded goal. 15 penalty minutes to Battle Creek, 13 to Danville. And taking a look at the team stats, Marco Luciani has 2 points now. Adam Howie at 2 for Battle Creek as well. Mortley, Bush Anderson, Shea Carey, Jacob Wolf, and Stavros Soilis. Trying to say the hardest letter for me to pronounce in the alphabet there twice. On the other end, it's Danville. Tyler Quintos still at the top with 3 points. Zalak with 2 in his return to the lineup. Ensor with 2, Nair with 2, Gullo with 2, Denny, Atkins, Palmerville, Armstrong, and Hine all with 1, as well as Justin Browsen.
With a great hockey name like Stavros Solis, I don't think he's from New Jersey.
No, perfect hockey name. Perfect hockey name. Perfect actor name, too, for what it's worth. Action movie, Stavros Solis. I'm a fan.
He could be the new Terminator.
Shea Carey is going to go off the ice here, it looks like. Not sure what for. Hopefully he's all right. With 3:42 left to go in the third period. Hopefully he's okay. Shea Carey, been around quite a while here in the FPHL. Nice guy. That faceoff won by Danville, but comes all the way back out of the offensive zone to Palmerville. Palmerville to Sam Turner. Turner comes around the right side, now in the middle. Likes to take it up himself over the blue line. Gets past 1. Tries to beat 2. A nice pass there to Tesserero, who fires a shot wide. Palmerville will collect in the left defensive spot. Oh, a nice foot pass there. Tesserero, open net for Sam Turner. Babin just got a glove on it to push it high.
So close to cashing in on that one.
Babin with a full 620 spin. 720 spin, excuse me. Tony Hawk didn't teach me anything growing up to get on the end of that one. Hey, that's a skateboarding reference. That's my first 80s reference of the evening.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm proud of you.
I don't know if Tony Hawk was around in the 80s, though.
He was more of a 90s guy, but it was a good effort.
Skateboarding. It's still skateboarding.
Skateboarding, man.
Yeah.
Skateboarding. That's an 80s sport. We'll take it. A lot of skate parks back in the 80s.
Big X Games guy. Oh, is Danville threatening here? Nice stick work there as it's pushed out to the point. On it there, Logan Hawgood. Hawgood turns it over here as this one's flipped up sky high. They're looking for Weber. That one came off the front of the Danville bench as it came off the glove of Palmerville. Now Wolf along the boards. Bukal does just enough body to throw him off there. This one off the boards and all the way down. Trying to beat it out is Mitch Atkins. Oof, close, but thanks to those new rules with the relative space, Atkins unable to beat that one out. A good hustle play there. He almost had it.
Now, speaking of your X Games, the daughter of one of the X Games stars for a long, long time was the top speed down at Daytona this week in ARCA. Haley Deegan.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is a nice reference.
She is actually a very, very good race car driver. both on dirt and on pavement. Off-road driver. She's had a lot of experience. And
our chat right now is kind of cracking me up. I don't often look at it because it's over on the other computer, but Teresa Babin, good reference to that. That's nice. Oh, hey, we got some help from a family member, I think, of Levi Armstrong. Tony Hawk was in the movie Gleaming the Cube, 1989.
There you go.
It's an 80s reference.
It's an 80s reference. We have an official 80s reference.
Thanks for tuning in and hanging out in the chat, everybody. We do read them, especially after the fact. I go back and read them, looking for suggestions. Couldn't do it without you guys, that's for sure. And to the Babin family that's come out in massive amounts, hey, Trevor looks good. No doubt he'll settle in even better as we go down a couple more games. He's impressed tonight, coming in relief.
Well, Danville's been scoreless since he came in.
Yeah, very much so, as Fred Hine collects this one along the right side. Plays it backwards here, a long stretch pass, nice touch, Jesse Nair. He's gonna have a little bit of space, tries to work around backwards. Instead comes back out to the point, a pass across the ice, Murray unable to collect it as it's on the wrong stick side. Battle Creek might be able to run with this one. They caught Danville in a partial shift change. Brad Denny does a nice job at stopping that one. Nicely kept on side there by Battle Creek, a heck of a save. Harley White says, game on, I'll match that stick for stick. Off the shot from Adam Howie.
We've got a little shenanigans going on behind the scenes again.
With 1:36 left to go here, looks like Danville's going to get a penalty, as it looks like Troy Murray's going to go to the box. 1:37 left to go here in the third period. 6-3 Danville. But Dennis, I gotta say, and cater to the audience, whatever you say, I might be just a little bit, but this reformed Battle Creek team under the new head coach and general manager, I gotta say, they've looked pretty good for a team that hasn't been together a long time, is getting a lot of new pieces. Way better than what we saw a couple weekends ago, and even that team did a good job. Adam Steo, credit where credit's due, got them their first win and is in. It's a good look for them.
They're not going to be an easy win the rest of the season for anybody.
No, they've tasted blood, and they're going to be out for it again, in the metaphorical sense, of course. As honestly, a very clean playing team. I haven't really seen anything questionable from the majority of the teams tonight. Adam Soilis coming down the right-hand side. He's been threatening all night. A nice wraparound opportunity. Well saved, Harley White.
Boy, I thought he had him beat, but Harley White sliding over from post to post and made the nice stop, preventing that stuff shot.
That was well done there by Soilis, and equal to the task, Harley White sliding that right blocker over, keeping this at a 3-goal lead for Danville with 1:05 left to go here in the third.
Stavros with a big smile on his face as he came to the bench. He knows he got robbed.
Yeah, he got straight up robbed there. Danville on the Serve Pro penalty kill, turned over here, Quintos on it with some space, a shot, fended off by Babin. As we're going to get that Serve Pro penalty kill logo up there.
Under a minute.
There we go. Oh, a good opportunity, and it buried it, was Tyler Quintos.
Another shorty for Danville.
How good has Tyler Quintos been tonight? Well, I can tell you, he's got 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah, I think we know who the #1 star of this game is going to be, and his name is Tyler Quintos.
No doubt about that.
He has been really solid since joining this club, and I just love the kid's hustle. He's a good goal scorer, but he's also a good defensive player and a good playmaker. And now he cashes in to make it 7-3 with just 43 ticks left on the clock.
Tyler Quintos on the goal there. Danville winning the face-off, still on the Serve Pro penalty kill. That one's shot all the way down the ice. Picked up by Babin. Has a good hustle play there. Tyler Quintos gets the reward. That one came off the skate of Fred Hine. Mitch Atkins going to try and something make out of it. He's coming down the right-hand side. It's 1-on-5 here, basically, for Atkins. He gets one in on goal. Babin with the save. 10 seconds left to go here in the third period. How's that for timing? McNary on it now. And that is going to do it here. A last long shot from Fred Hine. And a 7-3 win here for Danville over the Battle Creek Rumblebees.
good solid game from start to finish for the hometown crowd. Big crowd in attendance tonight, and they're all going to go home happy. Every box checked on what you want to see when you come to a hockey game. The Danville Dashers impressed me by showing a lot of hustle right to that final buzzer. A great performance by Coach Ray Tremblay's Danville Dashers tonight as they sweep the weekend against the Rumblebees, who will go skating off to their hive. Disappointed with a 7-3 defeat tonight.
And actually, Stavros Soilis went over and gave a stick tap to Harley White. He knows he got robbed, and I think Harley White appreciates the sentiment of that one. Like I said, I think this has been the friendliest matchup. I mean, we had a few scrums, but nothing out of control, nothing malicious.
Well, when you see
nice game.
When you see a fight and you see the two players afterwards going, hey, good job, as they're skating to the penalty box, that's when you know you've got good sportsmanship on both sides. This was a hard-fought game. Battle Creek plays a tough game, but they play a clean game, and they're getting better each and every game. Yep, the scoreboard says they lost by 4, but they played tough tonight, and Danville Dashers brought their A game on offense. This is one of the best offensive performances we've seen by the guys this year. Their shots that were in previous games going high and wide were going right on the net all night long, and that's why they came away with this easy victory tonight against Battle Creek. But a hard-fought offensive game here. Put 7 on the board, including 2 shorties at home.
Interesting. So first star, Tyler Quintos. Second star is Nick Gullo.
I like that one, too.
And then the third star
Jesse
of the
Naher.
night goes to Jesse Nayer with 3 points, Nick Gullo with 2 points, and Tyler Quintos with 4 points. So a little bit mixed up there in the stats, but Nick Gullo's hustle creates more points than I think actually end up on the tally mark.
Yeah, he was working hard out all night long again. But Tyler Quintos, what a game that kid had, and what a great addition he's been to this Danville Dashers club. And this offense now starting to show what we thought they had in them. And we're getting good performance out of all 3 sets of defensemen and all 3 lines that Ray Tremblay's putting out there. So a good, solid performance by the entire roster tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Worth mentioning on the season right now, Fred Hine, obviously the point per game leader for Danville with 1.4. Jesse Nayer creeping up behind him with 20 points in 18 games at 1.1. He might catch him eventually. I mean, as much as Fred Hine sees the ice, Jesse Nayer's out there on that same line. So definitely interesting to see.
Somebody just winning the jersey off of Brosnan's back, so that'll send another fan home very happy.
You got to think there's going to be a lot of happy fans here tonight.
Well, the reggae wine didn't hurt.
No, it definitely didn't, as this crowd, not a lot to be crazy up into it, but they were into it. Every goal, every opportunity. What a great night for hockey here in Danville, Illinois, Central Illinois hockey. Believe it or not, man, I can tell you I have been impressed. Talked to some of the guys, they are impressed. A town of less than 30,000, and supposedly we're at 30,000. I disagree, having lived here my whole life, but yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I think I'll digress at that, not to go too far on a tangent.
A small town that loves their hockey and shows the loyalty of showing up each and every night here at the David S. Palmer Arena. Some nights like tonight, more than others, and boy, I'll tell you, they sure certainly got their money's worth from the boys tonight.
Yeah, they definitely did, and shots on goal tonight ended up in favor of Danville, 43-28 for Battle Creek. Like we said, first star Tyler Quintos, second star Nick Gullo, and third star Jesse Nayer. Looks like we've got some final scores from around the league as well. I cannot confirm whether Elmira and Watertown is done. They are not. They are in overtime 1, actually, and that one just ended. Watertown scoring an even strength goal. Who else? Tyler Urich, last year's leading point getter here in the FPHL, puts Watertown ahead in overtime with just 1 minute into it.
Wow.
As they come away with a win at home. Now on the other side of things, Delaware beating Danbury 6-2. The Columbus River Dragons beating Port Huron 11-9. That score, I still don't believe, but it's insane. Now granted, Port Huron actually had we could call it a 5th string goaltender in there, basically. Plenty of injuries on that squad, specifically to the man playing tender. That's a tough game. 20 points scored. That's just insane to me. I can't get over that. 3 goals, Carolina over Mentor in a shutout win at home. And of course, right here in Danville, 7-3, the final score. Well, Danville will be back in action next weekend on the road for a tough matchup with Mentor. 2 games, Friday and Saturday. And then they'll be back actually on Wednesday of that week, the 22nd, away at Port Huron, ahead of another weekend matchup that's going to be tough down in Columbus with 2 games that weekend as well. You know, they'll be in Georgia, I'll be in Alabama, not too far away from one another.
Couple of tough road trips coming up for the boys. This is a big part of the season here where you want to start sort of sorting out who the tough teams are in the division. We know Carolina is certainly the team that appears to be the strength in the division again, but I don't think we know who the second best team is. And I also don't think we know how good this Danville Dashers team can be when they get everybody together healthy and all playing like they did tonight.
I've seen the word inconsistent used, and I think a lot of that goes, and very well so, goes on that injury front. A couple key call-ups as well as the missing link of Artem Stupnikov, who is yet to report. Don't really think we're probably going to see him. We hope we do, of course. He was very good last year for Port Huron, but that's a work in progress, I guess is the best way to put that.
One good thing that we've seen from the Danville Dashers all season long is good, solid play between the pipes. Whether it's Jesse Gordachuk, whether it's Harley White, you got 2 guys that you can count on, and you just never know how injuries are going to fall with a team. So it's good to have 2 netminders that are better than anything we had last year at this point. So I think you got a good, solid opportunity to see the Danville Dashers go pretty far because they've got the netminders that'll keep them in each and every game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break here. Full recap of the game coming up a little bit later. You can check the FPHL website, sign up for the fan letter. You'll get my report on the game, and we will be back here at the David S. Palmer Arena, not for a while, but in a couple weekends. You can keep up to date on our social media. Of course, we do a little bit less of that this year since I moved up in the ranks. I do apologize for that. If you want to come work for us, feel free. You can come right on. I'll hire you right up. And, well, that's about it. You can tune into the games coming up in the next couple of weeks on the various other YouTube channels from around the league. They do a great job. The FPHL really stepping up its game this year, all for free on YouTube. Well, for Dennis Michelson, I'm Nate Williamson. We'll see you again in a few weeks.